allow the children
it's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. Off your mind, like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, my ego don't come, my people make we shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, politico, this one not the off in mind. And in the touchlight every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, my ego don't come, my people make we shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, my ego die politico, my ego don't come, this one not they off in mind, my ego don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Mayegun don't come. My people make you shout. Mayegun don't come. Man of the masses, my don't come, my diary politico, my don't come, Mayegun la wamo, la moto dodo.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining me from. This is Mayegun live. There are some few exposés that are going to come to more light on the platform tonight in the temple. Read the caption of this broadcast, the description, share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today. Thank you.
Ani esuraki, ọjẹ̀lú esuraki, ani esuraki, lórí Facebook, ani esuraki, You too. And yes, like. Oh, Baba, you right. And yes, right. You do that is there. And yes, right. President you. And yes, right.
So read the caption once again, the description if you are just joining me. Tinubu's Coastal Road. There are some certain things you need to know.
I should be tuned to you. And yes, right. And yes.
The road you have on your screen right there, the one you had earlier, that is not the Tinubu's road, though. It's not even Tinubu's planned road. So, Motide, one of these days, Facebook or YouTube or their algorithm will actually really work well, enough that everyone on this platform can actually receive notification that Mayego is live. It is really, really that bad. The majority of you are going to see me tonight, and like many other nights, only when you search. Be like, oh, what time is it? Oh, 8 p.m. Let me go check if Mayego is live, even though Mayego will be live. I don't know what to do, okay? Other than just to keep dropping the message, and hopefully you will come across them. It is that bad. But we'll kind of march on. So, yesterday, it was the Umahi, who happened to be the work minister in Nigeria, that was responding to Atiku. When Atiku raised the alarm that Tinubu and his goons, they are about to use borrowed money in the name of Nigeria to construct partly a supposed coastal road, but it is a conduit. And at the end of the day, this is going to be owned by Tinubu and his pals. Then Umahi said, no, Atiku had no idea about number. And he was going to provide us all of that detail. The detail of the over 700 kilometer of coastal road, Lagos to Calabar, is actually over 700, he said. But just for us to be able to really understand this before we begin to add our own review and check what he had to say, it is ideal to hear what he had to say. And that is where we are going to start from this evening. Umahi was on TVC, Tinubu's station last night, where he said the coastal road or the coastal highway, Lagos to Calabar, which according to them is over 700 kilometers, man, that's like going to London and back. Anyway, over 700 kilometers was it's not a PPP anymore. Like it is not a public-private partnership. The one I told you last night, he said that in September too, this is a Umahi. In fact, there's a paper cut out on this. So last night, Umahi went on a Tinubu's TVC and he said, this project is not partnership. In fact, Nigeria is building it and is awarding the contract. It has awarded the contract to Hitech, owned by this man. He is a wanted money launderer in few parts of the world, by the way. His name is Gilbert Chagoury, the man on the right. He's been in Nigeria since the 60s. So Chagoury is like a Nigerian, even though he's a Lebanese, okay? But he has been there. I think his own parents too were there before independence or something like that. So don't look at him as a Lebanese. He's a full-blooded, when I say full-blooded Nigerian, I mean that bloody criminal blood, right, runs in his vein. But he's a smart guy too. You know, when they when the criminals have been able to evade justice for so long, right? They call them smart. The guy has been very consistent when it comes to whether African dictators helping them to launder money, okay, move their money for them and the rest, or his association with the imperial government, like in France, is a France-based guy to start with. Politically, he's also a friend to the Clintons. He's a friend to the Obama. In fact, he's a friend to the Democrats in America. And that's some level of political leverage that he has managed to use to ward off many of the wanted. He was wanted there, he's wanted there, and the rest. But he's doing fine in Nigeria. He has about 2 sons or so who have been established in Nigeria. He is Tinubu's confidant. Confidant means that if there is anything that the whole world doesn't know about Tinubu, or Tinubu doesn't want anybody to know, Chagoury will know. Chagoury and Abacha, they were like this. In fact, part of Abacha's loot from Nigeria was believed to have been helped laundered by this guy, Chagoury. He is also the guy who is the owner of the Atlantic Atlantic Hotel, Atlantic City, or what do you call that place? So he's been with Tinubu for a long time. And you can only just imagine what are they doing together? Anyway, in this instance of Tinubu becoming the president of Nigeria, Chagoury will take the biggest available fish in the pot right now, and he doesn't even have to lift a limb. He doesn't even have to stress for it. The biggest road construction contract in the history of Nigeria, if it happens, has been given to him on a platter. No bidding, no announcement, no nothing. He doesn't even have to spend a dime. But in September last year, when they were asking Umahi, when Umahi launched this supposed coastal road, okay, Umahi told correspondents then, in fact, he told the whole world that this project is PPP. I'm going to read this portion, okay? See, they said, look at the statement on the right, the one in red, right? It said, on the mode of construction process, the former Ebonyi governor explained that the administration never envisaged the project under a private-public partnership arrangement, but under an engineering, procurement, construction, and finance program as currently used on the Abuja Makurdi. Now, look at this. So they said procurement, engineering, procurement, construction, and finance program. That is bullshit. All right? So, according to him, it was just this nonsense that they stated there. Okay, but go to the left. Go to the left. That green part. The findings, according to Punch, said, our correspondents showed that the statement is contrary to claims made by the minister in September 2023 when he unveiled the design plan for the project. Speaking to journalists, the minister also said Hitech Construction will fund the project under the public-private partnership model. So Umahi said then, let me announce that this project is under PPP. The Hitech group are going to look for money. They have already found the money. And that is the good news, because we don't waste our time talking and holding meetings and wasting resources. We are engaging seriously because we have seen the financial capacity and capability of Hitech, and this project is going to be delivered in phases. This is what he told all the 200 million mumus in that contraption. Not many actually checked it out, okay? Now, you see the state of this confusion there, they always do that, all right? So they give you 2. So when you say, but you said it was a PPP. Yes. I mean, sorry, no, I didn't say that. Oh, you said that it's not PPP. Oh, no, it's PPP. So in that state of confusion, now when I go come ask yourself later, now who get the road? At the end of the day, Nigeria is going to borrow money, give it to Chagoury, construct a road, and that road is going to be owned by Hitech, who is going to say like Dangote, his business partners provided the money, but now your debt, right? Don't let us delve yet. Let's go hear what Devil Umahi had to say when he met with the channel's television today. And the conversation also was pretty much around, tell us about this project, Mr. Devil Umahi.
Calabar, and that's Calabar to Akwa Ibom. Road construction involved, you know. So, and this brings us to the point that we can run the figures.
Yes.
Now we're talking about 700 kilometers of coastal road, and from what His Excellency Atiku Abubakar said, he said the project, you know, was about 12 something, you know, $1 billion under Jonathan's administration, and that Buhari's administration renegotiated it to $11.1 billion. Okay, and so if you use $1 to 1,200 naira, that is argument comes up to about 19 billion per kilometer. That's what it comes up to. Now, the design that is available is the NDDC design, and I have it here. And the NDDC design, has these features. One is one carriageway. One carriageway is 7.3 meters. Then you have the inner shoulder of 1.5 meters, the outer shoulders of 2.75 meters. That's the outer shoulder. And so you have this kind of arrangement in two places, which means that the NDDC design, the design that's available for in the Ministry of Works, is 4 lanes, and some inner and outer
4
shoulders.
lanes, is it 2 or
two lanes here, okay, with shoulders, 2 lanes here, and then at the middle it's like earthwork collecting basin. It doesn't have any train track. So when you now put the 4 lanes and put the shoulders together, it gives you a total pavement of about 23 meters. When you now divide a standard carriageway is 11.55 meters. A standard carriageway is 11.55 meters, which is 7.3, inner shoulder of 1.5, outer shoulder of 2.75. And so we use this 11.55 to do our analysis. So when you look at the total pavement under that design and narrative, you'll be getting 8-point-something billion, per standard carriageway. That is the information that is available, and joining his conversation. Now you come to I was very shocked to find out that the only pavement available is that we have a binder of 60. Of course, you have the stone base of 20 cm. You have binder of 60, millimeters, which is 6 cm. Then you have the wearing course of 40 millimeter or 4 cm. That's what is available, and that's very dangerous and terrible for a coastal route. Now, what is our design? Our design is mega. It's 10 lanes, 10 lanes. And at the end of this 10 lanes, you also have 7.63 meters duct, concrete duct. So you don't have to cut the road again. And so when you put our 10 lanes, inner shoulders and outer shoulders, you have a total pavement of 59 meters. 59 meters. Now, when you check, the one given, 1.06 trillion for 47.7 kilometers
for the first section.
Yes, and then you find out that our standard gauge, standard gauge is to say the 11.55. How much of this, 10 lanes, 59 meters of pavement, how much of it, is what's in this, standard gauge of 11.55, and you find out that it's 5.16, times. 1.56 times that of the NDDC, or the one that Atiku Abubakar quoted, is 2.225 of the standard gauge. So if you divide this 19 billion per kilometer by the standard gauge, you get 8.5 something. If you divide our own, you will get 4.39 billion per standard carriageway.
So as it stands now, let's put some facts straight to the people, because you've done the analytics. Some people may understand the jargon, some may not understand. We're not engineers. How much will it cost the entire project? How much will it cost the government? Because you say it's ECP plus F, not PPP. That means there's counterpart funding, which borders around 15 to 30% that the government is going to put in at the end of the day. They'll have to toll to make their money back. So at the end of the day, so from the federal government's counterpart funding, how much will it cost, and how long will this project take to complete?
The first section is going to take 36 months. The second section is running from this seaport to the boundary of Ogun and Ondo, and that's about 55 kilometers. It's been passed by the BPP, and it's going to go to FEC. The next FEC is going to go to FEC, for FEC's approval. And the third section is starting from the end of the project, because people queried, why are you not starting the project at Calabar? Why must we start it at Calabar? The 0 point is, at Lagos. And so we had to start, the project, and don't forget that already we've almost completed 1.3 kilometer in terms of final concrete pavement. And it's a beauty to behold, So the test section is starting in Calabar, and that's Calabar to Akwa road construction involved, So, and this brings us to the point.
That's the first part of all the nonsense he had to say. And I kind of had to keep it towards the end because of the question that our presenter was going to ask him. I would have cut it off the moment he was putting all those jargons together, but let's sort of simplify it now, okay? The project was initially, according to them, somewhere around 11 billion. However, they reviewed it and they added this or added that, 10 lanes, 5 lanes here, and the rest of all that nonsense he had to say, right? Just to justify what they are about to spend. Now, the total cost of that project, according to them, is going to be 15 trillion naira. And also, it's not PPP. And it is now something like, borrow to fund, kind of an investment of a thing where they will go and source. I mean, according to them, it was like they will go and source for the money, like source for the investors. Initially, it was meant to be like a Hitech that they gave the job to already have the money to do the project. But in this instance, no, they don't. Nigeria also don't have that money. But their plan is this, okay? Their plan is, if it's going to take 15 trillion naira, that's going to be around $15 billion. So $15 billion investment, like road investment. Nigeria doesn't have the money. So it's going to be in phases, all right? So in their plan, they said each kilometer will cost 4.3 billion naira. That is each kilometer of the supposed road. Also, when or every section that is completed can be put to use. For example, if they complete Lagos to somewhere, they can toll it. So there's going to be tolls on the road. That is all right. We know where people are going to have to recoup their investment and all that. We're coming back to where the money is coming from. We're coming back to that one. So the road will be tolled. And according to him as well, which is also part of the next clip, he said, averagely, it will cost you 3,000 naira toll gate fee. And for those of you who know Tinubu very well, and the story of Lekki toll gates, I bet it's going to begin to bring back that vibe of how that emerged and how that became a private property and no longer the government that borrowed money to start the construction but not completed it, right? $15 billion, which according to them too, right? Meanwhile, he told the press, he said he's going to the FEC for approval of their own, and I heard him right. He said they have 30%, they have to pay 30%, which means Chagoury and Hitech would have to go and look for 70% of the funding. All right. So 30% of 15 trillion, that should be somewhere around maybe how much? 4 trillion, 4.5, whatever, right? Or at least around 5 trillion naira. I mean, yeah, around 5 trillion, it should be. So that is going to be the one they are going to use to wet the floor first. And from that moment on, it's going to be a free fall. I'll tell you about that. Let him finish what he's saying.
Calabar, and that's Calabar to Akwa Ibom, and that will be in July. You know, the design and the procurement, you know, because when you have a design and you want to start construction, you have to also, you know, reevaluate it. And that's what we are presently doing. And after that, you know, it will now go to the BPP, and then it will go to FEC. So we are good.
Did you hear something like a PPP? Okay, I'll let him finish that. PPP.
Calabar, and that's Calabar to Akwa Ibom, and that will be in July. You know, the design and the procurement, you know, because when you have a design and you want to start construction, you have to also, you know, reevaluate it. And that's what we are presently doing. And after that, you know, it will now go to the BPP, and then it will go to FEC. So we are going to procure the project, you know, in multiple sections. You know, there's a section that is going to start in, you know, Port Harcourt. You know, Port Harcourt going to Bayelsa. Another section is going to start from Delta, you know, going towards Ondo State. So it's going to start in multiple sections. And each section is going to be independent of the other.
But there should be an average idea.
Yeah,
of what you call
8 years. We're looking at 8 years.
8 years to complete
the life tenure of Mr. President.
At how much from the federal government's purse?
Well, let's first of all, whether it is EPC, you know, in terms of the external funding coming in, or the counterpart funding, it's all federal government, you know, money. Because when you tow the road, it's, you know, the public, you know, fund. So if you do the simple analysis, and it's difficult, even a normal project, to say this is the cost of the project, but you can have a tentative idea of the project. So if I'm doing, you know, 5.167, you know, multiples, you know, carriageway, and each of it is costing me 4 billion. And I can tell you that this is the most, you know, prudent project, you know, in the recent time. We have, you know, similar project in Bodo Boni, awarded about 3-4 years back. The cost of that project is 5.067 billion, and it's on flexible payments. Naira.
Per kilometer.
Per kilometer,
okay.
Yes, you know. The other projects not awarded by me, that is also going about 4 billion per kilometer. And so this issue of, you know, the cost of the coastal, you know, road per kilometer is born out of, you know, the prudency of the Mr. President.
Is it because it's cheaper with cement? With
concrete is more expensive.
Which is more between the asphalt and all of it. Is that what is making the cost to come down?
It's not making the cost come down. The cost is coming down because we are facing the realities of the time.
Okay. But we've not been able to put a figure to this part of the
I'm trying to put figures.
Okay.
So, you know, we're curious to know the figures because
I'm almost getting to that.
It's a national budget, and there's a spending limit, and you know we're running deficits every other year, so it's a commonwealth. So we're trying to know the
investment, and there's return on investment. You know.
Yeah, you'll get to that.
Right now. If you do, you know, 5.167, you know, multiple, you know, standard carriage way, and I've told you that, you know, the cost of, you know, of that is tentatively 4.359 billion per that standard gauge. So you multiply 5.167, you know, by 4.3, you know, 4.3, yeah. So you have a tentative cost.
Sorry, say that again. So
4.3 per kilometer?
Yes, times.
That is, you know, the standard gauge.
You want to do the math?
Okay.
I want to just do the math so that everybody knows.
I don't want my head to blow. He's the engineer.
You already said you release those figures tomorrow.
So let's just help Nigerians.
No, I was misquoted. I didn't say tomorrow. You know, I came to run the figures. I started yesterday.
Right, so 4.39 billion.
Yes.
Multiplied by
700.
No, it's 700. We'll first multiply by the different sections. So help us. You're the expert.
You're the engineer. So we don't get our head blown up. So, Honorable Minister, what Nigerians perhaps are trying to say?
So 4.39 multiplied by
that.
Can I give you the tentative?
Yes. You can. We know it's tentative. That's okay. 4.39.
Multiply 4 by 5.
Times 5?
Yes. Okay. You get about 20, is it correct?
21.95.
Yeah, multiplied by 700. You get about 14 trillion.
700.
Yes.
That's 15.3 trillion.
Yes.
The Honorable Minister knows his math. So it's going to cost 15.365 trillion.
Let me explain. Okay. It's going to be a tentative figure.
Okay.
When we pass through, a section that is, what is costing a lot of money is the sampling. And I'm very proud of this figure. I'm very proud of the cost. I'm very proud that I did a very good job. And it's something that years after, I would have left, this office, I will be able to defend it. And it didn't just come, we argued, we quarreled, there were rejections, and so on and so forth. But the basic, elements in this construction is the sampling. And the basic elements in this job is, the issue of the concrete and the reinforcement. So I had to analyze it from the first principle. How much is sand, how much is chipping, how much is cement, and then I put a cost based on Procurement Act that this is your, profit and overhead. So I arrived at a figure, and the figure I arrived at concrete is the same figure I give to other contractors. Now, I also arrived at how much is per meter cubed of, sampling. And that's about 25,000 naira per meter cubed. And that's what we also give to other, contractors in other projects, So I will pride myself to the glory of God that this project is the most prudent project, that I'm starting. Other projects I made, we are reviewing, we are fighting, and we're trying to review, the cost. We're trying to review the design elements. For example, the Lokoja to Benin, we have redesigned it on concrete pavement, and we still kept the cost.
Let me save you the stress. You are hearing all of that, and somehow you would wish it is all true. It's a good thing now. In the long run, it's actually a good thing. At least if they manage to do it, is that not how Nigerians always sort of, even when they are seeing the fraud in front of them, even when they know that the same Nigeria that has been unable to complete the East-West Road for more than 24 years is embarking on a $15 billion project, which is just a business arrangement that Tinubu and his Lebanese friend Chagoury have found as, well, this one is there. We could actually really build something from this with their money, and we can own it. There is no real intention of building any super highway of 700 kilometers called Coastal Highway. There is no, and that's why when Umahi said, the plan is to complete it in 8 years. So that means if they are starting it now, it means they won't finish until Tinubu is no longer your president. They won't finish until 2032. So that's the completion date. That's what they have to say. Okay, so and that's why he kept saying it's all in phases and in phases and all of that. So you can sit down there and be like, boy, it's a good thing now. It's a very good idea now. I'll keep reminding you, there is a road that would have served as the super highway from Lagos, straight to Bayelsa Creek. It is called East-West Road. And it will never be completed, ever. And we know why. But now let's come back again. There is a road in Africa that is called Pan-Africa Highway. In fact, I'm going to go look for what the name they gave to it. It actually has a name, okay? Japan Onseko. It's called Pan-African Highway. It was to span about 11 countries in Africa, starting from Egypt, Alexandria in Egypt. That's the screen you saw earlier. See, you see, when you see pictures like this, they are pictures from the 56, they are planning to build about, I think it's a 10,000 or so kilometers. There's a plan, okay, to build 56,000 or 57,000 kilometers of road all over Africa. This road will cut across, like, it's going to be like a circle around Africa, okay? But there is a 10,000 of it, 10,000 kilometers of that road. That's the one you are seeing in your picture, right? That's the one that will look like this, okay? Now, this one is to cut across, it's to pass through 11 countries. 1,147 of that stretch of 10,000 kilometers they are building. 1,147 of it is within the Egyptian space. 1,147 kilometers of that 10,000 planned road is within the space of Egypt. Egypt was to construct that. That's why you have that picture on your screen, this image, or even this one. So they are called the super. I mean, you can see it, Abi. It's not coastal, so I'm not saying that you should compare and all of that. But Baba, let's agree. That one is not coastal, it's desert. In fact, the road actually passes through so many coastal roads too, along it. But you see that one for Egypt, 1,147 kilometers will cost Egypt $1.5 billion to build. Did you hear that? It will cost Egypt it cost them $1.5 billion to build 1,147 kilometers of road, their own space, in their own country, that looks exactly like this and like this. With bridges, subway, and every other thing that they had to build along it, to and fro. You see, this is like 10 lanes on the left, 10 lanes on the right. I've been waiting with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 lanes here, as well as a spear at shoulder. Okay? For $1.5 billion. Nigeria is constructing a 700-kilometer road, which is not 100% coastal, but let's even just say it is 100% coastal, which is side of the coast. They want to build that with $15 billion. They don't get the money. Yeah? But you see this man, who also doesn't have the money, okay? They will use Nigeria as a collateral to get that money, and they will hand it to him. And if they manage to build 100 or 200 kilometers from this 700, your children and your children's children, they will pay till they buy. And that will be something they are going to do with your money. And they will face you face to face and tell you it's not your money. Is Dangote not standing in front of you today? Telling you that he's there to help your suffering by giving you food or giving you rice. But he's actually part of those that wrecked the country enough because he's building a refinery. So it's going to take them 8 years. And whichever part they manage to build or construct in those years, well, this is the price for now. So you probably should have it in mind. You will pay toll. And that toll will not be paid to Nigeria. It will be paid to their friends, Chagoury. Just for your own view there, right? And talking about criminals in Nigeria aspiring to take office. Look at this man. You see this guy, he's an Ogbologbo Ondo criminal. At first, I actually thought somehow, maybe the man was being misunderstood. They gave Ondo State, they gave Ondo State palliative, coronavirus palliative. They accused him of being the one that diverted it. I mean, like, oh no, we don't have to give them all of that for now. Kind of. So he's a very well-known politician in Ondo. Akin Wabi, what is his name again? Akin something, sha. And look at this old man. He's aspiring to be governor of Ondo State. Okay? Yesterday. His own convoy campaigning in Akure, they stopped by to refuel their cars, their convoy cars, right? And this happened.
So, what's in the way? So, what's in the way? What's in the way? I'm a wajibi. And there is one man who massacre. One town, Moloma Sierra. Who that is one town, Sierra. To the extent of a course, you can't know Male. Nígbà tí yẹn lé wọn tó di mọ́tò mú wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣe campaign ilẹ̀ lùjìnà ti wà ó fẹ́ jáde fún governorship aspirant ẹ ìbá àwọn yóò ṣe máa sá káàkiri nísìn.
ṣé o kò mọ́tò yẹn náà?
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ ìbá àwọn yóò ṣe máa sá káàkiri nísìn ẹ ìbá àwọn yẹn lé wọn káàkiri ẹ̀wò ṣé ti bọ́ ọmọ yẹn sá lọ. wọn ò sanwó ó lé ní wọ́n wá ṣe jìbìtì ṣé àpé tó fẹ́ kó àwọn yẹn ti pe Mustapha ẹ̀wò ìkejì tó fẹ́ pé àwọn yẹn ti pe Mustapha kó ti gate yóò ti gate kò sí bá ń jẹ president wọ́kọ́ ló fi wá síbí.
wọ́n rẹ̀ kó wọn sán àdúrú mọ́tò.
ẹ̀wọ̀ ọmọ yẹn wọn ò fọmọ yẹn lówó ó tún sá padà wọ́n tún ní kó wá bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi wọ́n ní kó wá bá last one ẹ̀rí nísìnyí wọ́n ní kó wá bá last one wọ́n mọ̀ pé ẹnìkan láàsì ẹnìkan yẹn tó wá láàsì ẹ̀rí nǹkan tó fojú ọmọ lọ́mọ rí kọ́lọ́n fìyà jẹ ẹ̀rí nǹkan tó fojú ọmọ lọ ẹ̀rí ìwọ̀n òfin yẹn náà lówó tiẹ̀ náà sí 17,000 tọmọ tó dúró síbẹ̀ yẹn.
ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ o kò bá ṣe ń wò.
kò ohun mẹ́ta fẹ́ dì mú.
kò sí o máa bọ́ sínú Toyota yìí nílọ èyí ni ká máa wù mí lọ.
aláyé tó fẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo ọmọ lọ́mọ lọ ẹ̀rí lásán lélẹ̀ ẹ̀rí pé wọ́n àtẹsẹ̀ mọ́ ẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé wọ́n mú wa ní. bí náà ń sọ ẹ̀rí ibi tí mo fẹ́ capture gangan ni ó dé.
àwọn méjèèjì ni.
ẹ wo àwọn ọmọ méjèèjì ẹ wo wọn.
bó ṣe lọ yẹn wọ́n lọ lẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ ni.
wọ́n lọ tẹ́ bá yẹ bu àwọn ọmọ yẹn.
wọ́n lọ lẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ ni.
wọ́n lọ yí mọ́lẹ̀ bó ṣe wà yẹn ni wọ́n já owó èkó làwọn mọ́tò tán yí mọ́lẹ̀ gidi
yẹn. ó ti ṣubú bẹ́yẹn ó ti ṣubú bẹ́yẹn ó ti ṣubú nìyẹn bẹ́yẹn.
tí gbogbo èèyàn kí ọ̀nà epo bí 150,000 gbogbo ẹ̀.
kó lè jẹ́ fẹ́ rí wọn báyìí.
àti ó gbà àwọn láàrí òun là ń ṣẹ́ lórí kéèsì wọn ti àwọn tèmi so.
Just for those who didn't understand Yoruba, all right? So in that video, that's a CCTV image. A supposed political campaign convoy of that man stopped by, and I bet you is actually in there. Look at that black SUV that is tinted glass and without any plate number. That must be him. Let me show you that again.
So what's in the way?
So that must be him. Imagine a governorship candidate in your own state. You took about 7-8 cars. You took them to a filling station where you came to campaign. You went to a filling station and you filled all the cars with over 150,000 naira worth of fuel. And you started sending all the attendants. You started passing them around. Go to that person will pay you. You moved out. That one, they got there and they no, go to that person. It's that person that will pay. No, it's not me. That's the person that will pay. See, that's the person that will pay that is going, go after him until they all left. And they paid no dime. That is the type and the character of animals that are actually like in charge of governance or in charge of politics of that country. You have no idea. So while we were still kind of like, how is this even possible? Like, what are you thinking? What are you going to say later? So when those people, when the attendants ran after the vehicles, you know what they did, right? They almost crushed them. They all came back with bruised body, bruised, all of that, for trying to get paid by a politician who is promising that he's going to make their state better. Ondo, that's on the side. On another part, we're already a governor. Seyi Makinde, you know that Solo Makinde of Ibadan. So Seyi Makinde of Ibadan. He has been kind of like incredible on his own, right? So he's building this ring road kind of, all right, like an alternative road instead of following the Iwo road and the normal federal road, right? And people have been commending him. Oh, he's done a great job. Oh my God, have you been on that road? Circular Road is called, Circular Road. So, and it's a very, very like long stretch. According to Seyi Makinde, he said all the owners of the land, whose lands fell on the right of way, where he was building the road. Majority of them, Seyi Makinde said they have been settled, they have been compensated. He lied. In fact, not only that people lost their land for the new road, they were actually being threatened, not like lose part of their land. They are being threatened to actually leave the entire axis because that new road has opened up that place. So some people are being told to actually leave the place. And some are like, no, we are not leaving. And every now and then, the agents of the government of Oyo State will go there and threaten them and do all of that. It has become a kind of a problem, a sort of a complaint that people's land are currently being forcefully taken from them by the agent of Seyi Makinde in Ibadan. So one of these days they were protesting and Seyi stopped, and I think he was passing. Then he stopped to address them. I don't know if he was the one who told them to kneel down, but the video that came out of that conversation was that these people, they all knelt down while Seyi Makinde was addressing them on top of their land.
Thanks, sir.
Anybody, first they must freeze development in the road itself only yes. We have enough resources to deploy. I want Tabani that to resettle them. I want Tabani that to freeze it in 1 we'll freeze it. But people must stop impunity. So nobody will lose out. So you guys should relax. And see about fair resettle. We will ensure we are resettle one even better than the one currently. I want to see about so we can freeze the seabed. One freeze because the roads tumble. Even to one near Bembi, couldn't access to the road. Only at the designated exit at the entry point they can access. So there will have to be roads also to be constructed. Our communities then. So because majority of you let the so I want to enemy only the land grabbers and the people coming in. Once block the people that are 3 minutes. So those are the challenges for me. But effort can you balance? Development and Baba to be me very go shake for me at your road. So just we will solve this problem together. And this is not a government.
I'm so sorry that the audio was really horrible. I should have probably like do some editing and notch it up, okay? So it was there, by the way, was telling them that there are sacrifices to be made, all right, for development to come. The only people they should be worried about are the land grabbers. As for those whose lands have been sort of used for the road construction and all of that, he said they have been compensated, and if they have not, they will make sure they are compensated. So there is no threat that anybody is coming to take their land. But that didn't really address the whole thing, okay? But somehow he made them, I mean, probably made them feel like, you know, he felt for them. Anyway, that can't be said of the people of this community in Enugu. I will continue to share their story. The Undani people in Enugu who have become the victims of the Fulani terrorism, incessant killings. I want you to listen to this.
The women of Adani in Uzowani local government area have taken to the streets to protest the ongoing killings in the community by persons suspected to be armed headsmen. Expressing their grief and frustration, one of the women leaders in Adani narrated their collective ordeal in the hands of the invaders while calling for urgent intervention. The latest incident was the killing of two brothers, Obonna Felix and Obonna John, while they were returning from the farm on Sunday, April 7th, 2024. The recent spate of violence has left the community in a state of fear and uncertainty while tensions running high. Speaking to Signature Television, Betta Edu, an indigene of Adani, highlighted the devastating impact of the crisis on the lives of the people of the area.
Was sleeping outside his house, just taking breeze, and about that kind 12:30 midnight, and some group of people came in and killed him, assassinated. As we were holding the town union meeting on Sunday, news came in that two young men that went to farm were killed in the farm. It can't be hoodlums. It cannot be hoodlums. I would still call it the farmers' herders clash, but there was no clash this time around. The herders do not want these farmers to come to their farms.
Why is that?
I don't know exactly. Because you that have your farm, for instance, you have a cassava farm, and you see these herders eating up what you have planted for that you've planted and waiting to harvest. You see them eating it up. You don't have any rights before them to ask them not to do that. If you speak to them, you'll be a victim. Situations where herders harvest cassava and split these cassavas for their animals to eat. So if they can't get the leaves, they will go on the tubers. Is that how we're going to survive?
Signature Television recalls a similar incident in Abugo last year where a prominent farmer lost all his investment due to these attacks.
The most recent experience I had was what I had last year when these guys came into my farm with their cattle in the evening. Late in the evening, we were about to leave the farm then, and we sighted them at the other end of my farm in Abugo. Good enough, I had my workers on ground. We accosted them and we were able to arrest one of their cows, because part of the challenge you've had in the past is when you complain to the police, they'll be looking for, they want you to arrest somebody. If you can't get the Fulani person yourself, get their cattle. And we now kept on looking for how to at least get one of their cattle. And we got one of their cattle. And I immediately contacted the needed authorities. I called the local government chairman, then local government chairman of Kano West local government area. I contacted the SSG or SA to the governor on security matters. I also contacted the SSA to the governor on agriculture, engineer Obuekwe, and all of them. I contacted the commissioner of agriculture too. You know, having done all of those things, by the end of the whole thing, we were unable to resolve the issues surrounding that particular challenge. Needless to say that they paid lip service. Our government have paid lip service. Not just this government, right from onset, they have paid lip service to the issues of security and insecurity in Nigeria, in Enugu State, and in other areas.
The Commissioner of Police, Kanayo Izuebu, while expressing sadness about the incident, assured the community of adequate support to bring justice to perpetrators of the dastardly act.
I came here for solidarity. Yes, I am not really too happy. The police here in the state will never allow this unwarranted killing of people going to family inside their bush just for their daily living. We can never tolerate this kind of unwarranted and devilish act. I know Adani is reputed for the highest producer of rice, yes, and that will not deter you from going to farm. I came here to assure you of the quality guarantee, not only here but the state generally.
Despite assurances from the Commissioner of Police.
He's just talking nonsense, so sure you get. That's the Commissioner of Police. But that's from Enugu. Adani is a farming community or a farming local government area. They grow their own rice, they grow their own food, but they have been under the endless attacks of the Fulani terrorists who have managed to sneak in that state. And Peter Mba is also working to get them their own ruga somewhere also in Enugu. Now let's go a bit further, all right? A tragedy struck, ladies and gentlemen, in Nigeria yesterday, right? This young man, his name is, where is he again? Right. So, his name is Pope Paul or John Paul Odonwodo, that's his name. He drowned in Nigeria yesterday. I can't really show you the video of all of that, okay? But there's something I actually want to, the reason why I'm sharing this video with you, apart from the fact that we sympathize with his family. That guy had had three kids are still so young. They will have to grow up without their father. A very, very terrible tragedy. He was 39 last year. I think we are actually like age mates as well. And that made me see myself in him somehow. And also reminded me that whether you are rich or poor, there's going to be a time, or I would say it is actually time for you to begin to understand what Nigeria truly means. Nigeria will kill you. See, Nigeria is a weapon fashioned against us in a way that even if you are rich, you are not safe. Well, before I get into all of that, Ma first play you the video of the man. They said that he survived and he shared this story. And I want to take him. Let's listen.
My name is TC Okafo. I'm a Nollywood actor. First of all, I want to thank God for saving my life. Because it's not easy. The way, I don't know how I came out from that boat. Understand? But the only thing I thank God for is that I came out alive with some of the crew members, like Sean Israel, Ogolo, one of my colleagues, Scooby-Doo. When he came, when they go down the river, more will come out. Impact him motor. When they go down the river, more will come out. So, insane person make him buy him drink. One hero and one tiger. one hero before he be I say on with Tiger because he and DOP they come from downhill. I first then go down. He can say they come. Say make the person bring the drink, he don't give person money. We waited for the person, you know, see he come down the hill again, can't enter boat. The next thing the person carry one black bath, carry that 2 alcohol, then give the DOP, collect one, they come the drink. As they come the drink, since we will start this job, I always sit down for front. I know they like sit down for, I don't see where boat can say, I know they like sit down for that. I always like hold that rope. It's very, it's very important to me that the rope now do me all this small scratch. Now the fan of the boat now do me this thing. So I did for that front. They were making a video, and as they make everybody put phone for pocket, make everybody put phone for pockets. The DOP was wearing a jacket and the director was wearing a life jacket. Only 2 of them wear life jackets. So JP then said that me I did for the mouth of the boat, bend down. Who can't they go? But before I entered the boat, I carry my Fanta while I buy. But for the boat, first thing when Junior Pope asked me to, what do they do? At last I observe water people. I know they feel pass without sharing something. I don't give them Fanta bed. I don't want any bad thing to happen to me. I know like water. So he said, not true, not true. We enter, they sit down. That time we don't go, JP don't make video. The boat guy was wearing an earpiece. I think he was playing the music and JP was doing video. So he was focusing for his head to come out on the video. And I was in the front. I see one small canoe. These people with the fishermen. At the time I say, see canoe. This thing like canoe like this now, where they move. The canoe, that guy, if he get experience, if for just do like this, but he not get the experience. The first thing we in jam at the last point of the canoe, the boat somersaulted. But because I was holding that rope, where we say a boat parked for dry ground, where they hold her for ground, now that rope, now I hold, they save that girl, Scooby-Doo girl. Where they save, with me and there, they push them off. See me when no they enter swimming pool, I know sabi swim. Nothing. That was it. Every of my phone, sport, everything. That is why I'm not online. Nothing.
As you can't come out, I say they want to arrest you.
As I can't come out, me and Sean Israel, being the props guy, we've been packing motor. With me, Sean Israel, and that girl, with Ogolo, then everybody came out. But when boats come, I couldn't, the trauma was too much. I tell one of the boats, I beg, carry me across, come up for this water first. Me, Sean Israel, with that girl, why I say, we can't come on, Scooby-Doo girl. I can't come on, Sean can't say no fee, they drive motor, go. When we were then going, the thing no green. I have to turn back. All one of my friends, understand, where I get a number.
Which race school now? Which boat? Boat where they pass?
Boat where they pass. You know, say, a boat move. You know, say, river, they open. Understand? If you decide waiting, they happen for up. So now those people will sight from that place will take off, and then they come with boats. Concept, by then I was already getting weak. I'm tired of holding that thing because that girl, too, they try hold me, make I survive. Me, when no service swim, I they hold the rope, the girl, they hold me. So 2 of us for go. I came out, I went to take tetanus injection in my hand because that water was very bad and treat the mouth of this thing.
My name is TC Okafor. I'm a Malibu.
Junior Pope is the screen name, I believe, the popular name of the actor. I don't know him, I have to be honest, because I barely watch Nigerian movies anymore. But he seems to be a very, very popular guy. And again, another young mind lost. Let me tell you what then happened. They were shooting the movie. There is actually no, what do we call that thing again? Health and safety in the UK. Everything, even in my own office here, health and safety is very important. So if for any reason, there are things that are here that, for example, if I have an accident, how to try and stop the bleeding. I have also been taught how to manage to do CPR, okay? If somebody collapses in my office now, I can at least help the ambulance before they come in. Just trying to see if they can, you know what I mean, like CPR, mouth to mouth and the rest of that. I didn't know any of these two, and I bet you millions of Nigerians do not have a clue, except those who went to medical school or medical this and all that. Okay? So there is no health and safety. There is no provision for something like maybe ambulance, medical personnel on the team, doctor on board, like doctor with the team in case any member of the crew, you know what I mean, like anything should happen before, to apply first aid before the proper medical care. Nigeria no get ambulance. And of course, right, there are other superstitious nonsense, okay, when it comes to river or water accidents in Nigeria. So, according to that guy, it was a collision, a head-on collision or something like with another boat or canoe, like he said, another canoe on the water. And the majority of them didn't even have any life jackets on. Another error of to tell you that Nigeria is just there every day showing to you. It's like Nigeria is looking at me and you every day. And Nigeria is like, I will kill you. And you are like, you will not kill me. Jesus says, I will kill you. Now me go kill you. Okay? By the time I happen to you, I will kill. And you are like, no, you will not kill me. Nigeria is like, that's the way Nigeria is looking at us every day. Okay? Like it's going to kill us. But we will be saying, no, you will not. But everything that will kill us is staring at us on the face everywhere we go to. But because we have normalized nonsense, we have normalized abnormalities, we do not care until it happens. So there is no provision for protection, health, and all of that. So the collision happened, and some divers quickly, there were no divers on their crew. Okay, you wanted to go and shoot a movie on water, real water, and there is actually nothing like a rescue boat, okay, or a rescue crew, divers that are there with all of you in case if anything goes wrong, they can easily just jump into action and fix that. There was nothing like that. All right. You know, Nigeria is a place where people go to tell you, say, let's say you have, there's no protection and about something you want to get involved in now. You want to be involved in something and you realize that there is actually no real protection provided. So if you now say, this thing not be too dangerous like this, you too they fear. Any small thing, are you not a man? Are you a woman? My friend, let's go, Jerry. You too they fear. You fear about everything. You are fearing about, you are afraid of things. And you too, you just be like, okay, I don't want to sound like a pussy, so I'm just going to be like, yes, I'm not afraid. I'm a man. Let's go. So none of this was there, okay? Then the accident happened. They quickly got some guys from the shore to go there and dive and all that. And they got this guy out. Junior Pope. They got him out. And the next thing, the whole place is filled with, Jesus, Jesus. Everybody is just running here, making video, picture. Nobody even felt like, should we actually give him a CPR here now? Let's even try and see if you can revive him and all of that stuff. No. The next day, they took him to the morgue. He's dead, yo. He's dead. He's dead. Ah, my God, he's dead. Everybody is crying there on the internet. Breaking news. Junior Pope is drunk. Junior Pope, Jesus, devil, evil people. Evil people don't kill him. Now the devil, now the, Jesus, and all of that. Then the next thing, he's alive. When they took him to the mortuary, as a dead man. No doctor certified him. Now the crowd carry him mortuary. When they carried him to the morgue, it was somebody there, according to what we heard. They said, no, he's alive. It seems that something is still moving. It's moving. Imagine all of that stress. No hospital, no ambulance, no doctor, no nothing. So they now said, okay, no, before we carry him and go hospital, let us carry him to Babalawo's house. They took him to an herbalist house. They said the herbalist they have to do some water rituals. The Babalawo had to do water ritual to appease the spirit of the water, the mami water, we drink Fanta earlier. So they gave it to the Babalawo. It was now the Babalawo that now said, we have done everything we have to do now, okay? Now you need to take him to the hospital. So they now took him to the hospital and he was dead. Confirmed dead then. Listen to me, I'm not saying, probably he was actually dead when they took him to the morgue. And somehow, maybe it was somebody that just felt like, no, he's alive, or something, I don't know. But throughout all of this, for like 1-2 hours, where they are moving, actor, have you seen this guy? You know, they're like all looking great. Anyway, if you go on Instagram, TikTok, you see the videos of some of the Nigerian actors, they're all doing fine. To me, they all look beautiful, they look great. Which means he has money. He had money. But you see that moment that he needed real working system to try and revive him, even if he's going to die. You need to go and see all the videos online. They carry on like, which one? They say, they brought out two people from the water. And they laid them on a bare ground in there, on that sand, on that bare sand. They laid them there. And the two of them, I was seeing the image yesterday, and I was like, oh, God damn it, man. People were asking, which one is Junior Pope among these two now? Which one be Junior Pope? That's what Nigeria does to you. You can go and make all the money you want in the world. If you are caught in Nigeria, the moment Nigeria is about to happen to you, your money cannot save you. And that is why you are watching Mayegun's Diary Political every night. Because a lot of you will think it's all about money. I need to make money. I need to make money. If I make money like this. Obafemi Martins, a multi-billionaire in Nigeria naira. A millionaire. You don't say Obafemi Martins na British pounds millionaire, euro millionaire, dollar millionaire. Obafemi Martins. Mama Martins love his mom so much that some of us who were following Obafemi Martins then, we knew, it'd be like a Wizkid and his mom. That's the kind of relationship of Obafemi Martins and his mom. Now, inside traffic in Mama died for Lagos, where one tanker with petrol and all of that, lost his control, and the Obafemi Martins' mom was inside that car, a Jeep, a lovely car, and all of that. Now, there, the fire, catch her. Mama billionaire in traffic in Okusi, in Lagos. Yeah? You want me to give you more and more of people that their money, their fame, their popularity, their whatever, connection, access, couldn't save them when Nigeria knocked. I saw that young man on the floor, on that ground yesterday. I was like, God damn it, man, look at that. Nigeria has killed him. A supposed rich actor. There are many of them too in Nigeria right now. Now, one single sickness, they are just one single sickness away from what we now expose to them, that Nigeria will kill you. It is there to kill us. And that's why some of us are saying that if we don't kill this contraption, it will kill us. Finish your statement, bro.
Out of this thing. I'm ever young. Man tracked me. Man said, make we go back to the river. When I got there, I saw a lot of people. I saw my colleague, Kevin Nuvo. I saw a lot of people. I saw Adam Maluk. By that time, Adam Maluk don't reach. The next thing, as we don't do there finish, I tell them, see what happen, see what happen. As I won't go up, one boy rush call me, say, police people, they call me. I say,
that's after the accident.
After the accident don't happen, they say police.
And they never see Junior Popo.
They never. Now me even first go police station, go report for police station, see what happen for Marine police station. When me and Shani Israel came out, now we rush go report for there because now they will pack motor. They come, they say, why think people they always do this thing? Say they don't tell us anytime we will come, make we come rent jackets for their station before we enter that water because they be Marine police. Say, but because of our stinginess, say we know they even come carry them with some divers. Now because of our stinginess, if we come, we go think say we go feel make them alone, we will go. So there, now me and Sean come drive. Where I call my guy. But Sean was having a second phone where he no carry inside the motor. So he can't call my guy. He can't come instantly. As my guy came, I got him, I beg, carry me go back. I won't go down marine. I know if you say my heart no fit rest if I no go there. Say this person is my colleague. As I dey come there, talk waiting happen finish, make I go. The boy tell me say police people they come here. I say make any police people won't see me. Say my head now, they shake me, they can't see me here while I sit down. The next thing the policeman came say that they have to take me to Onitsha. To Marine, Genewa extension to Onitsha with boat. I say with boat where God just rescue my life. I come out. He wants to carry me with boat to go there. They say no, they have a life jacket for me. I say it be like say something they worry.
Who tell them they arrest you?
Eh? Now that man look. Tell them say na me cause because as I come out, the boat guy don't dey lie. Say I stand up for the boat. That's why he no see road. Are you a madman? As I sleep like this, I stand from out of boat. Now you no see road. Are you okay? You will be a pilot. Where the pilot boats. It's crazy.
So after the accident, they never even see Junior Pope. I don't must say they arrest you.
They never even see Junior Pope that time. Oh. They never even see Junior Pope. Now verse my guys when they talk. After I leave this, the policeman will come, they shout for him. That was how I left the place. Before my chairman man came to carry me to the hospital to say, "Mo go do scan for night yesterday." That was it. So I'm totally disappointed. And as this point now, I want to officially say this. I am no longer an actor. I've survived so many times. I know how many times because of this stupid business. How much did they pay me? How much did they pay me? I know how many times where I don't survive. I know how many times where they don't give me poison. Where nobody here. I know how many times where I don't get car accidents because of Nollywood. When I know if you kill me, my head too strong. When I know if you kill me.
Ashere Jare, strong man. Remain there. Okay? Just stay there. Make you the play. It is not Nollywood that is killing you. It is not village people that is killing you. It is not this Mami water spirit that is coming. You are so dumb in a superstitious country that a lot of you have been conditioned to believe that the failure of the system you are existing in doesn't really matter. There are some other supernatural powers that are controlling your life and they are just there and they just love to drink human blood. You know, in Nigeria, they will tell you, you know, these spirits, they drink blood, oh. They just like to drink the blood of young people. Oh, they love to drink the blood of this. Oh, they need all that nonsense in that superstitious hole called Nigeria. Nigeria will kill you sooner or later because the system is programmed and put together to kill us. And the better, I mean, the earlier you know this, the better. Okay? Number one, there is a boat accident. Okay? And there is actually no patrol over the water to start with. Then he says something about having marine police. Marine police are supposed to be on the sea or next to the sea or next to the water. But marine police is angry that these actors, they don't come to them to come and rent life jacket. Like I did actually being serious. Boats or boating businesses operating in that place have no life jacket. So police, they rent life jackets. Police. Nigeria it's not a real place. I'm telling you, it's not. Real. So yeah, all of them make una they go. If you know, because say you una this stingy, you not fit pay us, you not fit give us money. You don't want to give us money. So now that someone of you, they are not even moved. They said, the main actor is still in the water. They have not even found the main guy. They haven't found the rest of all the crew. The one they found, they are lamenting to him because they won't give them money. Nigeria. So imagine you are inside the water. But people outside, they are negotiating if they are to be paid or not. People that are being paid to save you or prevent what just happened, and you are in the water. Maybe you still have a chance. If they came in time, they will save you. But that's it, you are dead, gone. She Nigeria to pioneer. They brought the guy out. There was no sight of policemen. Baba, actor, tenwo lori. That's why I said that, Nigeria is unreal to start with, okay? Because Nigeria is a place where you have lawyers. People go to law school in Nigeria to go and study law in a lawless country. So it's such an unreal place, so to say. But take a look at that. Your star, movie star, in the ground there, on the floor. I mean, sorry, on the sand. There is no sight of policemen. There is no sight of any medical dis. So if you have emergency in Nigeria, I want to ask you, if you are watching me from Nigeria, whenever you have an emergency, who do you really call? Somebody was asked that, and he said, depends on the emergency. I said, but I mean, if for example, let's say you have an accident inside your house, or let's say armed robber come to your house and they shoot you and you need medical, that's an emergency. Who would you call? You know what that guy said? Said that's not an emergency. It's not an emergency. It's it's pretty much like your fate, your destiny, if that should happen to you. Because number one, you can't phone the police and say armed robbers are in your house. You can't phone the hospital and say you have just been shot. You need an ambulance. So just see it as your fate. That's not something like which you should call emergency care. The Nigeria 911, that one doesn't really have to do with all this kind of thing. The Nigeria 911 is rush outside your house as a woman. You have an emergency and you want to call 911. You don't have 911 in Nigeria. All you have to do is rush outside your house, scream, help me, oh, or egba me, oh, or yeah, egba me, oh. People will rush out. Kilo de, what happened? What happened? Kilo de. Daddy, Shade ti enter canal, or to go to Shalanga or something like, oh, Shade's papa don't enter Shalanga, oh, I shall commit suicide, dini. Egba me, oh, find out, oh. You can't phone the ambulance, you can't phone the hospital, you cannot even phone the police. So emergency or no emergency, it's unfortunate, but the only lesson I have to learn from there is that anytime I am in Nigeria, I know that I am in danger and anything can happen to me. And if anything should happen to me, the system will kill me. Normally, that's the end. Here you get now. So if you are like, you are involved in an accident, there's nothing like ambulance bow. Once you just go, all you have to do is just be like we're doing the movie, just die. Because you need to try, to end up to hospital, you will regret never to have, you know what I mean? So it's that kind of a place where your money is nothing. Your position or whatever is absolute nothing. The day when Nigeria could knock by, sometimes could take a knock, it won't even knock the door. Oh my God, when Nigeria want to happen to you like that, right? They inform you beforehand. If you live to tell the story, nobody be escape. You will never want to have anything to do with that contraption. And those of you who they pursue money, I need money. I need to make more money. I have to make more money. But I'll go and make more money. And one single stray bullet of police, last one, pick on there where you fuel the car. Like that, you are there at the filling station on refill car. What happened? Oh, he's dead. He's dead. They send a stray bullet of police when they pursue somebody. Or kada man when no give them 50 naira, and he's trying to escape from there and they shot him. He escaped and the bullet missed him. Came for you. That is Nigeria. God, why? God, we didn't plan for this year. Nigeria is a place where Baba only started cruising, like when we say sick, do anything. Somebody somewhere just, you know what I mean, like that's it. And it doesn't happen like that all over the world like that. It doesn't happen that way. Only in Nigeria. So actor, imagine Nicolas Cage drowning in Texas. And the next thing, the Texans and the rest of they dragged him out and dropped him on the beach sand. And they're just like, oh, Jesus. Oh, everybody, can you imagine? This is where's my phone? Like that, doing that. Oh my God, oh Jesus, this is Nicolas Cage. He just drowned, he's dead. Oh my God, help us. Please come and help us. Please, please, please come and help us. That is Nigeria, Baba. You will be the one lying down there. And that's why we said that Nigeria will kill you at any given opportunity. So if you have a chance of killing them now, do it. Or else, your money can't save you. Your position, your title can't save you in that contraption. Everybody is living on a borrowed time. Superstar, rich one, big man. You are all deceiving yourselves. You are living in a lawless place, a criminal sort of, a crime scene called Nigeria. And there are so many things that is there just to take your life. Many things to take your life. And you still there defending the rogues who set all this up, right? I pray you won't be a victim or be their next victim. That I'm also going to use on this screen to tell others that if you think Nigeria is working for you, that's fine. Wait for it. So, Junior Pope, we wish you the rest in. I don't even know how to greet dead people. Sometimes you just say, all right, rest in peace. There's any small thing in Nigeria, if you are just like that, you just rest in peace and rest in peace. Rest in peace. Anyway, let's go forward a bit because somehow my time is now rounding up gradually. And I also intend to I have a plan of taking calls tonight, just in case if you are. So somebody said that earpiece. I actually read this somewhere, and I'm going to present it to you as something I also have in mind. So I'm going to own it. You know that the earpiece, which has become the new Nigeria carrier, right? Even like not officially, okay, but the carrier, or air carrier from Nigeria. When he entered the market last week or so, he was reported to have entered the market in a bullish way by crashing the pricing, the ticket pricing by over 250%. To the point that initially, the other airlines, international airlines operating in Nigeria, they started reducing their own prices. And Nigerians were everywhere. Oh my God, earpiece. Oh no, it should have come before now. Oh my God, they've been ripping us off. Oh no, God bless you, earpiece, and all of that stuff, Shashe. A few days later, Allen Onyama came to another TV program. This time around, he's like a crybaby, okay? And is a cry for help. I use the crybaby because somebody said, what was he expecting? What was he expecting the other airlines to do when he came with that price, what have you? Is he actually really prepared for what was coming? Somebody was asking that, not me. But there is always a way out. If your country is not going to help you, if your country is not going to back you, there are other way out. So Allen said, if I say they don't gang up or to crash all the prices so that they can bring their prices below that of Allen earpiece, and if that should be the case, it will not be able to make profits, and it will not be able to have any expansion, and that is not good. They want to kill him. They want to kill his business. Government should do something. Like what? Well, here is what people suggested. Allen, go public. Save your business. See, Nigeria can't save you. In fact, there are those who believe that you are going to end up like Arik. Arik here was flying Lagos to London, Abuja to London. It was so good. They priced them out of the business. It became not lucrative. It was like they are running at a loss. Nigerians were booking the cheaper airlines. Nothing like patriotism. Patriotism, wow. Eh? Some of them were even saying that if British Airways sells their ticket for 200 naira, 200 pounds, well, you won't even believe it too. Eh? On the 29th of April, I don't know if they still have the ticket too. If you go on to British Airways website to go and buy London to Nigeria, now 179 pounds. I saw it. But I'm not sure if it's still left, if they still have that left anyway, okay? Baba, they have reduced all of their airfare to Nigeria, to Lagos, so drastically for the next 6 months. Alan Oyema of Air Peace, who told us that they have already sold out all of their seats. Lagos to London, London back to Lagos. They've sold all their seats for the rest of this year. Now, what he's saying now is that, because right now, the airline and the ticket that we told you is cheaper, is Nigeria, is patriotism and all of that, they're not a bit more. And Nigerians, when they show patriotism again, they have started cancelling the ticket they book with EFCC. Have you now, Niger? They have started cancelling the tickets to buy the cheaper ones. And if that should be the case, Ireland will run at a loss. And Air Peace will no longer be able to fly that London route. It won't be profitable. It won't go to California as this proposing. It will not have many other routes attached. So what saves such a business? Go public. People will give you enough money. So crash share for that, now them go run. So which means that, for example, let's say Air Peace goes public to sell their shares. 1,000 naira per share. Go and buy 10,000 naira per share. I'm just saying, Go and buy their shares and give them enough money, so much money. That, for example, let's say Air Peace goes public and they raise like, let's say, $2 billion or $3 billion from IPO. Stole their part of the shares and raise that money. And then we could go on and go further and get more routes and all of that on. Nigeria cannot stop them. And no foreign airlines can stop them. And with what they have, and being the only one that is indigenous airline from Nigeria, they have so much chance, so much great chance. Nigeria won't back you. Go public. When I say go public, for those who know better, it is called cheap money. That money can be the money you need to weather this. And after 6 months or a year, they will stop all the competitions. You are now their equal. You are now the same. So before they make any wrong move, they will be very careful of you. You have enough money, you have enough aircrafts, and you have so many routes on your path, and you can switch and swingle them in a way that if they begin to act funny here, you can make your money there by cutting this down there. It's a business. You need that free money, not loan. I'm not a businessman. I haven't done a business that earned me $1 billion. So I may not be good enough to advise a billionaire who owns an airline. But it just sounded like a good idea to me compared to where we are all coming from, Nigeria, and where he is coming from. And his own story of what internal sabotage or internal saboteurs have done to his business. This time around, he might have managed to sort of beat the internal saboteurs to arrive at this stage. You see those ones that are external, they call them, what do you call that thing again? I wanted to say hydro, no. Aeropolitics. Yeah, aeropolitics. Aeropolitics is like the politics of airlines. And it is even, the politics of airlines is about money, the funding. Funding that can always make you utilize every alternative chances where your business is facing other kind of, you know what I mean? Like you need that money. It is called liquid cash, free money. Hear it enough that you can keep your business beyond the touch of the ruiners of Nigeria and your fellow competitors abroad, BA, Air France, and the rest of them. Because they have money from wherever they are. They have been in the business for a while. they will recover. Or see, they can even carry Lagos to London for £100. Now, people where they go from Egypt to London go pay more. People where they go from Qatar to, you know what I mean? They will be the one paying more to them. But you see that Nigeria route to make sure say earpiece, no, you know, go hear anything about them again. Now that 6 months, they can sell the ticket for £100 or $100. So earpiece needs something similar. I don't know how that works. Okay, I don't know if it's something I could just walk out and just get it. And so yeah, now I want to sell a 20% stake of a earpiece, and it's going to be worth $20 billion. 20% is $20 billion. Are you sure? Yeah, that's what we want. Okay, let's do evaluation and all of that. Right, okay, yeah, we'll put a $10 billion in your business. $10 billion in this time of the day, you can crash any price. And them go beg you. Say, come, earpiece. It's not that, it's not like that. Let's have a chat. This price you are pushing, you know, they carry people for free, kind of. So yeah, I saw that somewhere, and when I saw this video uploaded by the Gatwick Airport, I said, but they seems to have welcomed him. Why are they trying to kick him out? I mean, I want to see more of this. I want to fly in this. But if he falls, I mean, if he pack up in 6 months, I will be outbroken. I will be outbroken. That is earpiece. And I really do wish to still see it. In fact, I want to see it fly into Heathrow. Yeah. And if Nigeria cannot stand by them, well, I will still stick to that, my last advice. And my advice may be actually a foolish one, but it doesn't matter. I just felt like, you know, it's much, much better than being stippled out of something that you have struggled for 7 years to achieve. Only to now probably be kicked out of it in just a few months. That would be so sad. I hope it will never happen, okay? Or maybe we are the ones overreacting. It doesn't really matter anymore. It's already out there, okay? Another video somebody sent to me. I want to share this with you before I go, okay? Or before we take calls. And that is this video. They said, imagine if that woman who helped the voters in Abia, at least, that people are grateful to her for allowing the will of the people to prevail. I can't remember her name, that professor, right? Well, imagine, see Alex Otti campaigning on the road that he is now reconstructing as a governor. 24 years of PDP in Abia State. Take a look at this last year. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's quite a view. Port Harcourt, Aba Port Harcourt Road. It is the road is now reconstructing, and they put all the pictures out there almost every day. It is ongoing. Like, anyway, the criminals in charge, somebody sent me a clip as well, and it is that of Werewike. You know, Werewike is a minister, but this is how the madman moves.
A picture of cell, no misrepresentation.
And I think that's how they live. They live large, larger than life. And yes, he was supposed to be a minister, but it probably moves about like a president. It's Nigeria, the poverty capital of the world. The last one, which, oh my God, I waited too long to speak on that, but again, I will say it, and I will probably deliberate on that, more on it another time. Just in case if you probably see the breaking news tomorrow or anytime, that Betta Edu has been cleared. She is cleared of all corruption and allegation and everything. Yesterday, she threatened to sue the BBC because the BBC said the 30 billion naira traced to 50 bank accounts linked to the people's private bank accounts linked to the office of Betta Edu when she was a minister. Now she's threatening to sue the BBC. Are you sure? Do you have evidence that the 30 billion was linked to me? You better say sorry to me because the money is not from me, it's from another person. So from what we have now heard, they are coming, they just don't know when is going to be the right time to drop the news on you. And it could be any time from now. Betta Edu cleared by EFCC. And some people were stealing the Humanitarian Affairs Ministry money. They have been apprehended. You will never see any name, okay? And then the next thing, they will start congratulating her. Oh, congratulations, my lady. I really miss you. We are so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. On the social media, all of that is set. Those who are going to counter you, when you begin to say, hey, see you, they don't come again. Or they say, no case, you, no case, you. So they are working on, they have them already, okay? They will be dealing with you and telling you that, go and arrest her. The EFCC said this or that. So what happened now is that when are they going to drop it on you and she can continue as your minister? That's going to be the question, right? That's going to happen very soon, just in case you need to know, okay? And on that note, she's warning everybody, calling her a thief. Stop calling me a thief or I will sue you. You better stop calling me a thief or I will sue you. Because the talk says she knows steal. Now, misunderstanding. It's just some misunderstanding. Now, misunderstanding that takes still over 7 billion naira within just 2 months of our inauguration. Oh, I'll leave it at that, okay? Again, one of these days, YouTube will let all of you see Mayegun, because in the last 2 months or so, they have kind of made it more difficult for a lot of you to even know that Mayegun is live. And I hope they will fix that anytime soon. If you have to check your notification on YouTube, for example, check if that your notification is actually set on or not. So I am going to take a quick break and I will come back to take calls just so that we can have a chat tonight. We didn't have much of it last night because of the delay and all of that. All right. So don't go anywhere. I will be back in a minute or two. And if you are still here, then sure, we can continue from there. to even though it seems that our own Omoyele Shoyinka has completely gone bunker, especially in his own choosing path. The path that shows that except what he sort of sees right, I don't think anything else is right. So we might actually have to pull off that song from this platform soon. It will be removed from this platform soon. I just want you to kind of begin to have that in your mind, all right? So the principle and every other thing that some of us actually saw in him, they don't seem to be what we thought it was. I'm so sorry to shock you, but that is some new stuff that are going to be coming up soon. Hello there.
Hello, my Yegun General.
It is the African Wahala. Brother, how are you?
I am doing very well, my brother.
Great. It's good to have you, Baba. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah, let's have it.
Yeah, it's good to be in the building today. Let me encourage the people. Please click on that like button first and foremost, because the more we click on the like button, the more the video is spread intentionally by YouTube's algorithm.
Right.
Yeah, so it makes it more visible by a wider audience. So the least that we can do is to click on the like button and share the content to people that are close to us and our not so friendly friends.
That's right. Thank you.
Secondly, I appreciate the morning show, reading those historical contexts of Nigeria, and it's been eye-opening and refreshing at the same time. I encourage more people to come view the morning shows, because you would actually hear Nigerian history that you've never heard of from the people that partook in that history.
That's right.
So it's just an encouragement. Thirdly, it's a sad time for me that, Shoyinka is my guy. For me, Shoyinka can't do no wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize, people.
For me too, Africa Wahala, like, it's something that is like so, but that doesn't mean that even if it goes wrong and all of that, it should become a point of topic for all of us here. I'm just saying that we are gradually getting to a state that it's going to be cut off from this platform. Like, anything that has to do with speak for Shoyinka, stand up for him, don't let any people do this or that and all of that, they will come to an end of this platform soon. And there's, but again, I am so sorry that I'm kind of spooking some of you, like, oh, my Yegun, have you seen something? Or have you heard something? It is just because sometimes, right, there are some level of expected actions from some people, even you have some expected actions from me that if I begin to act it somehow, it will get to a stage that will be like, no, this is not right. So I think Shoyinka has gotten to it's getting to that stage with me. Here you get now. So it will be cut off.
Honestly, my bro.
Yeah.
No, brother, you know what? I 1000% respect that about you, because it shows that you don't put anybody on any pedestal that they cannot be dethroned.
No. Because
nobody is indispensable.
You know something, African Wahala? As I sit here every evening, whether it is few or much, I know people have some expectation of me. And if I begin to act beyond that, a lot of you will feel not beyond embarrassed. You will feel much like possibly pained. Like, why would you be doing this, my Yegun? Come on, man. You know that's
very true.
So, and again, right, that won't give me that license. It's just like when Sunday Igboho was moving mad too, right? And people around him. I won't come here to come and start making that a topic. But I just said, like I said, I'm sorry if I'm speaking a lot of you like, my Yegun, what is that? Well, a lot of you have an idea what I'm talking about, the African Wahala.
Yeah, definitely. Good. Absolutely. Man, so thank you once again. Thank you for taking your time to keep on blessing the people with encouragement, with information, and these days with history. I'm just going to take 1 minute because I've taken too much time already.
No, go on.
The young man that lost his life, unfortunate. That's so unfortunate, man.
Yeah.
John Pope. You know, I heard 3 other people lost their lives too, not just John.
Not just him,
or the Pope. Yeah. So the guy that went to report to the police, they made an attempt to arrest him. that just shows you how ridiculous Nigeria is. It shows you one of the reasons why Nigeria is a crazy country. You know, it reminded me of one time when I had some roommates when we were in the university. They committed a crime. I was not even in the country when that crime was committed. That was my alibi. I was in Europe. Next thing, I come back to the country. And you guess what, my brother? Yeah. They said, yeah, they are waiting for you at Adaton police station. I went to Adaton police station. First of all, I went to Eliwero. Then I went to Adaton. Hey. Then they told me, remove your belt, remove your sandals. Oh yeah, sit down on the floor. Pay me. I ended up paying 100K. This was in 2006. So yeah, for a crime that I had no business with, I had an alibi. I was outside the country. But that's just how Nigeria works. In Nigeria, they will grab from anybody that they can grab from.
They're asking you to remove your belt, remove your pants, remove your this or that. That's the moment it is happening to you. They were there to denigrate you, to dehumanize you.
Yeah.
Reduce you to something that you begin to feel like, oh my God, please don't do this to me, please. What have I done?
I'm telling you. And you know what? It was God that saved me because I went with some, powerful people that were by my side. Otherwise, if I wasn't one of those fortunate people that had connections, of course, I would have spent weeks in the Lewero and, just the normal Nigerian way. But anyways, back to my second point. The guys that went to the water, the guys went on the water on their own without any form of restrictions. Nobody was there to tell them, oh, you guys need to have some protection before you jump on these boats, before you cross the water. Because that's just how Nigeria is. This is not a surprise to us. You see, we that we are from there, we understand that that's how it works. The same way that we are responsible for providing everything for ourselves. If you as a family person, you're responsible for providing all the basic amenities, electricity, water, gasoline, road, security. You are responsible for yourself. You are your own government because there is no government there for you. And that's the same way those people were not warned to go on that water without to make sure they went on the water with protective equipment.
But they are shooting.
It's just Nigeria.
What are the production requirements, health and safety, and all of that at your location, movie locations? Do they not have any? Like that's what you would expect of. Well, anyway, bless that they ask too much. Anyway, but that's what you would expect.
I just hope. Yeah, see, brother, I hope not only the movie industry. Because we don't agree with Nigeria, we don't even consider ourselves as Nigerians anymore. But we still like the people and we want the best for them. So I hope the people that are still entrapped, that still believe that they are Nigerians, they can learn from this and start applying some safety precautions in their day-to-day lives. And that includes all these other industries, the employers, they have to mandate some of these things. And yeah, there are so many other things I want to say, but let me just I'll cut it short here. Thank you, my good general.
Up early tomorrow. We can have the add-on after the reading tomorrow. So anyway, thank you so much, African Wahala, right?
Yes.
You have a wonderful
No problem. Thank you so much. And you too.
Nice one.
You too.
So that is my brother from another mother, and that is my one name. Is one name the number, right? So the African Wahala, right there. So yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, if you are still there with me, I sort of, I just saw somebody saying R.I.P. O.J. Simpson, and I saw a joke about that on Twitter earlier, right? Where somebody put up a fake post that, what's his name again? O.J. Simpson's last tweet. I did it, guys, because I know it's fake, but somebody who is here on the platform seems to be an O.J. Simpson fan. And there are probably his fans here too, but let's take this. Hello there.
Hello, how you doing, bro?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just calling.
Is that fair?
As regards
so I'm speaking
yeah.
with, right?
Walex.
Yeah. So Walex, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Grand.
Yeah. I just want to comment on what you said about Chagoury. Something happened during the week.
Something happened during the week. To talk about Chagoury.
No,
I am.
No.
I'll let you say it, but you should know the pattern, okay? The moment I went that route,
yes,
a lot of you sat there have been spooked. Oh, did you hear my ego? I have something to say too. Then I'm going to say something when I call in. And you'll be surprised, right? The whole court tonight, 90% of them will be because of that. We're all disappointed in that guy, right. And he doesn't give a damn about us. He doesn't care.
And
that's what I found out. Because if somebody says he doesn't care, you can just let him be. But yeah, Wale, Baba.
Because you made the statement last 2 weeks during your program that if we are not united, that we are going to have problems.
That's right.
And my line of thought is just the same as yours. And I think someone like Shoyinka should have the same line of thought. I'm a big fan of his, but unfortunately, I saw was posting about Peter Obi and talking about obedient movement, and I wasn't. I wasn't comfortable with that.
I don't have any problem with him when he talks about that Obi. A lot of people say things about him, so I don't really care. But you know the way he actually really look at the obedience. I have never seen somebody who actually says, I want to be a leader and be so condescending. I have never seen anything.
Yes. And he's even saying that it's a political arrangement. He made mention of a political arrangement. Then I was like, how will that be a political? Because it is so disgusting. Because I was in Nigeria, I saw it myself. You know, I witnessed it myself. These are
there are so many of us in this diaspora, right? Wale, there are so many people in this diaspora that just the same way they invested in you, Shoyinka, in 2019, they invested in this Obi in 2023. Or you rubbish all of that.
Exactly.
You said it's a political arrangement and you kept doubling down.
Exactly. Yes. We are not saying you are not a good person. We are not saying you will not be if you be the candidate. But you know, God, I mean, it happens. You were not the person. It was the obedient movement where they woke up from their slumber and they felt like, okay, let us speak Obi. It might be you in 2027. Who knows? But with all these things you are doing now, or even if the youth want to say, let's be sure, they will not. Some people will disagree because you're already condemning them, condemning all their efforts, all their actions and everything.
Them,
you know,
right. You talk down with them just because of whatever you feel towards Obi. Like you can feel something towards him, right? But Baba, don't be so blind to call all these things that we are all seeing that is not real. No, come on, you should be smarter than that. That's why I'm not going to have anything to do with that anymore. No.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying. So annoying. Yeah, disappointing, bro. All right, bro.
Well,
all right, bro.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm glad that I have somebody who has agreed with me. The reason is this, okay? A lot of people are watching from far, and for some reasons, right? A lot of us are happy that there are so many dissenting voices that are rising here and there. That's how a revolution is formed. Okay, this is how ideology is formed, and in that process, right? There are some certain things that you begin to see that they are bigger than you, okay? And anything that you will do that is going to reduce the people who are also victims like you, that will reduce them to nothing, that you will rubbish them. Like, is that not what Wale Shoyinka does? Shoyinka is closer to Shoyinka. And Shoyinka is somebody that if he's not interested in that thing, then that thing is not good. And that's not right. That is not right. That is an indirect help for the establishment. For example, if somebody comes for me now, and I do not get help from people like Shoyinka, people like others like that, to speak in one voice and like very strong, then the whole thing is actually worthless. I know. And again, like I said, everybody is a man. You know, everyone is a man. You can always do what you can do. But there are those of us who really, really genuinely want to see something change, something done. And it doesn't matter where the pendulum is swinging. Ours is to give them every support we can, even if we don't agree with them. As long as these are forces that are managed, you know, they've managed to put together to stand up against a system that is rigged against us. So if you begin to kind of, you know, sanctimonize and all of that stuff, oh no, I can tell you this for free, right? I will stay away. And it's a matter of choice, you know. It's a matter of choice, and we will make sure a lot of people also stay away from somebody like that. We have to make sure that anybody who is so interested or invested in keeping every dissenting view divided, they don't deserve any of our own attention. All right? Well, at the same time, we will not use this platform to vilify them or all that, but we will tell ourselves why People like that don't speak for us and should never be regarded. Hello there.
Hello, good evening.
Oh, good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you, sir.
Brilliant.
My name is Ebenezer.
Oh, Ebenezer, you're calling from the UK here, are you?
Yes, I'm calling from UK.
Fantastic, Baba. You have the line, please. Can you hear me? What was that? Can you hear me? Ebenezer. Okay, I think something must have happened. I don't know, I lost you.
Hello?
Hello, is that Ebenezer again, right?
It is.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
brilliant.
I think
I don't know
the
what
connection
happened
is from
there.
my side. It's from my side, it's from my side.
Is it
it's from my side.
Grand Baba, go on, please.
Yes, please. Actually, my own contribution tonight, you actually mentioned, you said, I think you think a lot of people will call regarding the issue of
no, all of you tonight. For the rest of the night, it's going to be Shoyinka.
No.
I know that. So I'm just going to let it fly. Go on, Baba.
I think from my own side, what happened is, because I'm a fan of Shoyinka as well, and I will say I am still a fan of him to say, but can people imagine, dedicating one's life into this struggle of making Nigeria better, leaving their family, leaving business, leaving all temptation of bribery and all those things. And then someone in the establishment now, switch in and, try to, how would I put it now? Try to take
reaping from where they didn't sow.
Exactly. Because the way I see this whole thing, if Shoyinka did not actually move down all the way from America to Nigeria and lead the youth or lead the masses, Nigeria will not be in this level. The whole thing would have collapsed completely. All the, picking that they pick him up, all this harassment, Nigeria will not be like this. He has led masses into all this issue of see what is happening, see how they are treating Nigerians. Nigeria deserve better than this. He used to say, he said they cook up figures. All those things he said still come to reality at the end of the day.
That's right.
So I'm sorry, but the way I see him, people should not look at it from the angle of when he's attacking maybe Obi, or he's saying he doesn't want to switch to Obi side to team up with Obi, because this man I think I would say he has sacrificed a lot.
That's right.
So that's the only contribution I want to make anyway. For the other things, like for the other things like Tinubu, I don't know why people will dedicate their 4 years or 8 years, especially youth, in the hand of Tinubu. Because Tinubu is of old age. He can't really plan for the next 4 years for people like me in Nigeria. So people should just do those.
It's a case of us understanding the road to the obedience of 2023. If all of us want to be honest, right? It wasn't as if Peter Obi came out and he started mobilizing these people. We saw all and how that happened. But from your position, okay, that could make a lot of sense. And say, well, this ungrateful lot, you are still leading yourself back to the same criminals who put you in this situation. But it is exactly how Shoyinka is going about it that is now pushing it. I mean, he's painting it so wrongly. Nobody is asking him to join Obi. Do you understand? Some of us believe that he will probably never, right, have anything to do with it. But what we are saying is that from that same stream where somebody like Obi appealed to them, it is from that same stream that Shoyinka appealed to a lot of us too. You know that, right?
Yes.
So any smart leader, right, will know one thing: the sentiment of the followers, the numbers of people behind this guy, what led to him being the one that is reaping, like you said, reaping from all of this, right? But a smart leader will not put himself out there, because if you put yourself out there, what you are doing is that you are actually putting yourself before the 6 million people they managed to say he got in the election. A smart leader, right, will not double down that way. There is no way the message is going to sink that way. But again, right, Shoyinka is Shoyinka. Nobody can tell him how to, right? It's just what it is. But people like us who expected more from him, like they said, to whom much is given as a leader, much is also expected.
Much is expected.
Right? The disappointment is so massive that at the same time, it's still not changing the fact that Shoyinka is Shoyinka. He's a free-minded guy who do his things and all that. But what is different is that some of us no longer see the Shoyinka we saw in 2019, that we believe something could be built around him. A lot has gone south, Baba. But again, you have a point, okay? Whatever this is for him, right? There's probably just us and ourselves to possibly decide which or what we think is right in this manner.
Yes.
But again, Baba, that would never make this place where Shoyinka slander would be allowed. Nobody will call in here and say any kind of, what I mean, like, no. But the only thing there is that if he continues this way, right, there will be a lot of us that will actually publicly cut him off. And he will. Normally, right now, it may not make much sense to him. There will be a time that it's going to make much sense. And I hope that never happens. Baba? Ebenezer,
it will never happen that way. Thank you, sir.
You have a good
I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Baba. So that's Ebenezer there. And like I said, right, it is not because of Obi per se, okay? Because there are people like us that can say one or two things about Obi as well. But when we look at the obedient and, you need to actually understand what is driving these young people and old people who actually are in that camp of obedient. You need to understand it. You can't say because you don't like Obi as a politician and the rest of that, then rubbish them too. So I will automatically believe that you are actually there working for Tinubu. And it's so hard for me to believe that Shoyinka is working for Tinubu. It is something that I have evidence to say it is not happening. But now I'm doubting it. Go on, hello there.
Hello, Gio.
Baba.
My Gio, how are you?
I am very well.
Yeah, how's everything?
Same old.
Hope you are fine and the children and your wives.
Fine, sir. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yeah. So me to see I'm happy for the topic you are just talking, the last two callers, what they are talking about. I'm happy. Let me quickly say something about what happened. Last time when you are talking about Obi, that maybe many people thinking, oh, you are putting interest on Obi, all this type of things. I'm part of the person that think, Mayegun, be careful, don't let these people put you into whatever, because all these people are only good. You understand? I was thinking like that. But you made an explanation saying these people, now they have a cause. Yes. Let us push them to a certain length to help our own cause. So, but like you said, Shoyinka, I like him, but to me, I want this message to go to him. He's now becoming an enabler of the system. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
This is directly because participation in that. Because participation, yes.
Continue.
Because participation in the charade election in Nigeria is enabler. There's no election in Nigeria. It's the permutations. Mm-hmm. They calculate within the Obi and Atiku and the Tinubu. Now they calculate it. This is what happened. The Northern doesn't vote for Tinubu willingly. What they did, what they permitted is that for one Nigeria to continue, Fulani from one Fulani from Niger cannot finish. And then another Fulani from Cameroon will take over. They know that they don't have the same problem. You understand? Now, Obi is a Christian. Obi will never become president of Nigeria. Let me tell you the reality, Mayego. Obi will never become he will never become president of Nigeria. It's a written code. This is not about Igbo. It's about religion. The more Nigeria continues, every Nigerian should listen to this. Mami Jiho, Daddy Jiho, whatever you call yourself. The more Nigeria continue to exist, all Nigeria will become Muslim. Maybe not in our lifetime. Maybe in 100 years, 200 years. That's right. Over the time, Nigeria will become Islamic nations. So now, if I were obedience, if they still insist to go to elections in 2027, please, I don't want to go to court. Otherwise, I go cost them to heaven. If they go to,
they must be ready to have the real revolution if they go to any election. If they go to
election 2027, please let them sort it out on the road, not in the court. Because look at what happened in Senegal. What happened in Senegal can never happen in Nigeria because all the institutions in Nigeria is being corrupted.
Corrupt, Ben.
The first thing criminal does when they get into power is to perpetuate themselves. Now there's no institutions in Nigeria anymore. They wrote all the results. And the results started to be
replacing all the institutions with their family members, their girlfriends, their this and that. It's all gone.
And to be fair to NPC now, this is started from Obasanjo at the election in 2003. You understand? People were in prison, they are giving them the result in the prison. They wrote all the results.
And now, was that not when Maurice Ibekwe became elected as a representative member from prison?
That's right. Only Sore become a senator. Only Sore become a senator in the prison. That's right. He doesn't participate in elections. Now, the number 3 citizens of Nigeria, only Akpabio only. He didn't participate in the primary elections.
He didn't.
Now, you now call yourself obedient. You want to go to election 2027. Now, Chagoury now participating. Is he not involving the system? You understand? Please, stay on your name. Stay on your name.
See, you know why? You know that mine is this. Anything that is totally and then genuinely against the rigged establishment in Nigeria is welcome. Because to me, that's how you can galvanize all the dissenting voices, groups, and all of that. Once everybody who has a social grind with Nigeria manage to find a common ground, that the entire system first has to go, and a new order has to be put in place, which we then allow all of us to have all we want, right? So that is why on my platform, I am not hostile to anyone outside the block of APC, PDP, all right? The reason is because I always believe that PDP had a chance of 16 years to make our lives better. They made it worse. APC had a chance of changing all of that. They made it even terribly worse. So definitely, you see these two and those associated with them, they are considered our eternal enemies. So if you are not associated with them, then you and I could be friends, whether you are for Biafra, you are for Yoruba Nation, you are a revolution now, you are obedient, you are, I don't care who you are, as long as you have something against this establishment. At the end of the day, with our number, we could actually really move a mountain. That's why I have this platform. And that is why it's not easy for anybody to probably feel like I am being brought over here or there. Because I have my cause.
You are right, Mayegun.
Sir?
Yes.
Elder.
Yeah, you are right. But, you are right. But we need to put it to them.
We will.
We need to put it to revolution now.
Yes.
Saying, for example, now, revolution now. Abi?
Yes.
Revolution. After revolution,
what is
all right?
Well,
what is next?
So
what is next?
Of, if we still want to be part of Nigeria or not.
That's right. Then obedience. 2027 elections is nearer. You understand?
I don't think
So when they read you out the same way they read you out in 2023, what are you going to do? Are you going to tell me you are going to challenge courts? No. We should start warning them. They shouldn't take us for fool. They should finish it on the road.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much, sir. Let me take another one tonight, okay?
Thank you.
That is Elder Olaoluwa, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while, and I'm kind of happy for having him tonight because I've had so many veterans who I have not heard from for a long time. Now let's have this. Let's have it. Hello there.
Hello there, Mayego.
Sir, how are you?
I'm fine. I am Godwin from Slough, if you can still remember me.
I think I do, Godwin. How are you tonight again?
I am fine. I am the old man, the 76-year-old man who called with the wife, remember?
I do. Very well, sir.
Thank you very much.
And how is Madam tonight, sir?
Madam is here by my side all the time.
Anyway, let's talk first and see if time allows us and I can say hi to her too.
Anyhow,
please.
Thank you so much for what you are doing.
Thank you.
I want, just like you said, most of us, I never wanted to call this. Hello?
Yes, sir. I'm with you.
Okay. I never wanted to call this night, but the issue of Chagoury is the one that made me to call. I will say that as human beings, we all have our limits. No matter how much resistance we have. I know it must have been broken. It's quite frustrating for, you know, the history of Chagoury in the struggle. From youth.
For years, you're
he
right.
has been on it all this while. And he is the very type who believe that this is the way we have to go. He doesn't want to bend, no matter what you say. But just like you rightly said, as a leader, you should know when to spread your hand a bit, collect the people to make the force to be able to fight the fight that we are all fighting.
That's what I expect of him, but I was wrong.
No, well, don't say you are wrong. He is doing what he's doing right now. My belief is that it is got to him to an extent. That is what. But we must all still give him that chance of reflecting. Reflecting on that very position. We all want for one thing. Like I told you, I am not a Nigerianist. I am not. I just believe that for that piece of land that is named Nigeria to survive, Nigeria as it is today must be broken.
It must be.
Because there's no way you are going to marry the people we have together today
without their consent.
Without their consent, with all the history we know, people that you call yourself one nation. Any person by today that is still regarding himself as a Nigerianist, that Nigeria must work, needs to examine himself again, because there's just no reason why somebody you call your own, that this is my brother, he turns around to call you a slave. All he wants to see is destroy you so that his own ideas must work. You cannot be in the same position with that person.
No.
There's no reason. There's just put it whatever way you want to put it. It's not going to work.
No.
And the more we deceive ourselves that it's going to work, okay, let's try. Fine. I have the same idea with you that, okay, it does not matter. We have an adage in Benin that it does not matter how you kill your enemy. What matters that he should die.
Is dead.
Now, the point I'm making here is that I'm sure what I need to know that we all need. He, to an extent, is a Nigerianist.
Yes. And so he should be. Yes. So do you guys have a lot in common, by the way? But, you know, anyway, go on, sir.
Exactly. They are both. They have both in common because they believe that we can change these things around.
Yes.
No, there's no way.
They believe that this Nigeria is not for everyone. It's not working.
It's not.
It must
it's
change.
Not.
So they both agree.
We say
Obi said a new Nigeria. Shoyinka said a revolutionized Nigeria. So which means they both want a Nigeria, but not this Nigeria.
Exactly. But now why people are sort of rallying behind Obi is that Obi has seen it that, okay, whether we want it or not, we need the force.
Yes.
We need the multitude. We need the people to be the people who make that very current Nigeria to join hands together to fight the enemies we have within us, which are the politicians. If we don't get together, which is what you are preaching all your life, if we don't come together as one, to say we have a common enemy
individually. That's right, sir.
We must come together as one and fight our enemy. After we have defeated, you know why you are? I'm talking from London. You are talking from from Glasgow. Everybody is talking from all parts of the world. Now, why are we here? Because we have peace here. It's not because we love here more than our country.
No, it's not because we love it here. No. You are right, sir. Go on. I love that.
You understand? It's not because we love it here more than our country, but because we cannot achieve what we really want in life. That's why we are here. Like I told you, I'm a retired man officially, but I am still working because I cannot go back home. I have my house. I have everything ready, but I cannot go back to live there because of what is going on. So my advice to people who call themselves Nigerianists, think again. It is better to face this problem once and for all and fight it. When you say it, you say you are calling for a problem. That is it's an assurance we are going to do.
Inevitable. You see, I said that if I have a chance of being invited to speak anywhere, I don't care the audience. I said I have not done much of that. I have not really done that, but I have been training myself so that when I walk into the hall, as they welcome me or introduce me to the stage to go and talk, right? I said the first thing I'm going to tell the audience is that everything may not have been verified or confirmed. I can assure you that all of us in this hall, we are all going to die one day. And therefore, in every fear you have, death should not be one of them because you're going to die.
Of course.
Now, let's now have a chat about other things. You know what I mean, sir? I said, I will say that to people in the hall, and I don't care what that hall is all about.
It doesn't, but
I said, one thing that is guaranteed for all of us inside this place is that we're all going to die. And therefore, if you are worried about anything in life,
are we afraid of death?
Death should be the limit, the least of it, of your worry. Because you're going to die.
After your death,
just do your
the next sure thing that must happen is death.
It is certain. So if you are worried, if you are scared of anything in life, the least thing you should be scared about is death. It's going to come. It's inevitable. But before that thing come, can you at least live first?
Exactly.
Live like a human being
You
first.
started this program with this young man, Junior Pope.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, when he was going to shoot that movie, he was not planning of death.
No.
But what happened to him? He's dead.
It didn't even come out of the water before the death took him. It took him right down the water. Right there.
Exactly. So who plans for that?
Nobody.
Anybody can leave his house in the morning and did not come back. So it's a thing that will happen. It must happen.
Eventually.
That we Nigerians are afraid of death, whereas the people who we are afraid of are people we can handle.
Yes, sir.
We as the population who are suffering from the hands of these politicians, we can handle them in a matter of one day if we take a decision to say it is time to do it.
Thank you so much, sir.
You don't have to travel from Calabar to any place or from Benin to any place. Just take charge. You as Benin,
wherever you are,
every part where you are, take the charge of your position to say enough is enough. There are politicians in that very place. You face them. You are our own problem. You must go. That is there. Right there in your place. Don't go to where you don't have your ground. You know the politicians in your place.
Area. Exactly.
Take that charge. Face it. We must face it. If we don't face it, we are going to die. If we face it, we are going to die. We must take that decision. It is now youth. We always say youth because they have more. It is assumed that they have more life to live. But we all, so long as you have breath today, at 90, at 100, at 10, it does not matter. If you want to live a better life, it is the time to stand up to say, this is enough. We must do it now.
And now
Nigerians everywhere. We still answer Nigeria because that is the passport.
Is that not what is on our passport? For those of us who still carry the green passport, all about
exactly. That is what we have. So we can still say Nigerians. So, my dear brother, thank you for what you are doing.
Thank you.
I have a lot to say, but I can not say it in one go. But I want Nigerians to listen to this. We must stand up now. No matter where you are, in your little way, in your words, in everything that you do, stand up now. Take the action.
And be counted.
We are not waiting for Obi. Obi is not the problem. We are not waiting for Chagoury. But just like Chagoury has fought so much, he's been touched, fine. But we can still give him that room. Make him realize that we need to come together to fight this common enemy. Whatever he's saying today, he's still fighting that same enemy.
He is. And it's not good to fight it alone. Chagoury can't do it alone.
You cannot.
Once you have more and more people who will also join you, you become even more. You become more stronger and possibly more effective. But again, I am not in his shoes, and I wish if I was, I would do differently. But again, we'll give him that benefit of the doubt, sir. Can I say hello to to the missus there?
We must. No, sorry, she just went that.
Okay, then. Yes. You would have to help me say hello to her. Okay, sir.
I will. I will.
God bless you.
So, my dear brother, thank you so much. Keep it up. I know God will bless you, and we will keep on with you.
Amen.
I will retain my nickname. Mayego.
Bless you, sir. You have a very good one. Okay. Thank you so much. That's some amazing stuff, and indeed our time is already sort of rounding up. I think I still have like about 20 minutes. All right, let's take this then. Give me a sec. Let's see if I can get this up. Sorry, guys. For those who are already trying to get through, right? So I have another caller. Hello there. Can you hear me?
Hello, Maigo.
Baba, how are you?
I'm fine, Maigo.
Great.
Good morning.
Is that Paul?
Yes, it's Paul.
Oh, it's Paul. Paul, how are you today, by the way? Because it's morning, I know. It's probably morning of Friday morning already in India. Is that?
It's morning, yeah. Just past 3 a.m. now.
About people sit down, they watch Mayegun for 3 a.m. Okay. I appreciate that to mommy. Thank you so much, Paul. Please.
No, Mayegun, it's you I should thank you. I want to really appreciate you and thank you for all that you do. And it just goes beyond the sacrifices that you've made to give your time, your energy. You know, it's much beyond that. Thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate everything that you do, all that you do. May God continue to bless you.
Amen.
Well, Michael, I just wanted to bring out a brief analogy because I noticed that in the comments and some of the callers that are called in, they actually made references to Obi being part of the establishment, which is true, which is factual. But I want us to understand one thing, and I'll pick a story, or I'll pick two people from the Bible to just cite examples. The first person is Joseph. I'm sure you are conversant with Bible stories because so. Now, the first person is Joseph. Now, Joseph's story, if you remember, for those who read the Bible, Joseph was brought into the system. Joseph became part of the establishment.
Was he not even
to save his people
into the establishment?
Exactly.
Like
God had to make him.
Go on.
Exactly. God had to make him part of the establishment for him to be able to save his people. I'm not an obedient though. I want people to get this. I'm a Yoruba nation. Exactly. I want Yoruba nation, but I just want people to understand where Obi is coming from and how pained Shoyinka is. Now, Obi is like a Joseph. He is part of the establishment. That is the fact. Nobody can deny it. But it doesn't mean that God cannot use, or someone from the establishment cannot bring down that same establishment.
Like Moses that was raised in the house of
Another example is Moses.
Oh, I beat you to that. Sorry.
Another example is Moses. Moses was, some of us, well, if you read our Bible, Moses was made an Egyptian prince, not because God could not find other means of freeing his people, but he had to become a member of the establishment also. So Obi being a member of the establishment does not mean that he cannot bring down the establishment.
From another angle.
He also be free to bring down the establishment. Let us not forget, the INEC chairman remains Yakubu. The judges, their salaries were increased by, I think, 800%.
That's right.
The Supreme Court judges.
Yes, that's right.
Then there's this guy, I forgot, he's one of these reading pastors. I think they promoted him to the ICT department of INEC. Now, I'm trying to remember his name. I can't remember his name clearly. So let us all remember that Tinubu has already laid the groundwork for 2027. And it's already It's already concluded. I'm talking to the obedience now. But like someone said, I think one of the callers said, or I think I read it in the comment section, that we actually need something to spark the revolution. So we don't need to fight.
Yes.
We don't need to argue.
No.
Everybody is still going on a waja.
Abi?
One road does not lead to the market.
That's right.
We might be on route A, they are on route B, but we will all end up at the market.
I mean, that's the way we would love to see all of them, operate, right? Remember what it took me to convince a lot of you, the Biafrans here, the Yoruba Oduduwa nation advocates here, to make you not to latch at the obedience. Because we don't want election. No. Do you know how much effort I have to put to that here to make all of you see that they want to do election? We know they will read them. Let them go and do it. It's just a matter of time. Very soon they will come back here from that election. Okay. Yeah. Do you know how long it took to convince some of you to stop even trolling them? I worked hard on that not because I agree with them. But it is all because I know we will need ourselves. Something is going to spark it, and we're going to have to need ourselves. But if you have people who have so much influence, Shoyinka has far influence than me.
Like a comment, right? Like a comment you made earlier, Maiju.
You get that?
Like a comment you made earlier, Maiju.
Yeah.
Imagine that 6 million added to what? 6 million added to the Biafrans. 6 million added to the Yoruba Nation Advocate. 6 million added to the
revolutionary of them.
Just imagine.
So this is my own kind of, you see, Paul, this is my own kind of okay, you are our own Shoyinka vintage. I always love to call him a vintage Shoyinka, old wine. The older it is, the better it tastes, right? That's the way I see it. That's why I call him vintage, right? So now you who have so much influence than people like me, and you are using that influence to tear apart things that could actually give us enough kind of like coalitions here and there, people with this and that, and then shake down this entire system, right? So it's Paul.
Yes, it is hard. It is hard, but I don't want us to be too hard on him.
I know.
Let us be factual. I don't want us to be, no matter how. It's just like what I think, was it Elder Olaolu that spoke?
Right.
Michael Shoyinka is a man. Let us not forget, he is a man.
He is.
There are certain characteristics that a man would show when he pushed to the brink. So that is just showing the characteristics of a man at that particular point.
So we can indulge him, right?
So I don't want us to be too hard on him.
The guys that put him in jail, nearly kill him, and the rest of
I don't want us to be too.
Sorry.
Obi and she was issue just like the issue of Moses and Korah. You understand? There will be a point where you feel cheated. You feel let down. That how can people be supporting this guy? So I don't want us to be too hard on. Yes, his comments are wrong. His comments will incite us to abandon him.
It's emboldened the Ecuadorians. It's emboldened these Articulutas, all this bunch of losers, right? It's actually emboldened them, and it is so horrible to see. It's so horrible.
I hope he grows to have the understanding of what he's doing at the moment.
Well,
because even since the campaign, I've seen a lot of things about it.
In that regard, don't waste your hope. Paul, you're my pal, right? I will advise you to don't waste your hope. Okay, Shoyinka is a lost cause, all right? But yeah, you will continue to kind of be fair enough to just say, well, that's who he is. But I'll take another one.
Exactly.
Paul. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael.
And
thank you so much. God bless you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah. Thank you.
I have another caller on the line, and if you are still here with me, please take a moment, okay? Like the broadcast, like the African Wahala said, the more you like the broadcast, the possibility of more people seeing it, and that is a plus, isn't it? I have a caller. Hello there.
Yes, I greet you, General.
I greet you too, my brother. How are you?
I'm okay, and yours?
Well, very well. I'm still here.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, thank you. Keep on.
I will.
You never disappoint us. Right from beginning.
Thank God.
I'm very happy that you are growing for the business. Because when you start this activist, you see there is something in activists. Activists don't move into politics.
No.
Especially in that Nigeria. A really activist that he can't involve yourself in politics. No. He can plan coup. He can plan coup. He can come to the revolution of the country with other people. Activist is not a leader. He's not a leader. If the activist cannot make a good leadership, let me tell you the truth. He can't make a good leadership. It's just like you. That guy you are moving with, there is one point again that he used to do combined program with him. Maybe is that guy moved you into politics that time. I was calling you, so what are you going to do in Nigeria about politics? There is nothing. He can't get anything. That guy was moving you for his own selfish interest. That guy, he wants to involve himself. I know those kind of people. He was taking this year platform. He wants to move you into politics, not to win, to go and grab money.
Like that, yes,
he wants to go and grab money for the people that are the people and up. He wants to use you and go and grab money. If you want that, I used to call you. I will tell you, say, forget about Nigeria politics. Forget this thing. That nobody can fix that country.
No.
Nobody.
No.
It's just what that country are not one.
No.
The country are not one. We have different cultures, have different things. The way we reason, religions, everything is different. If you watch that country, the Europeans, which is British, they just put us together as a business. It's benefit them until today.
Yes.
Them are benefit. They are using our people, our elite. Few elite. That elite is not more than 1 million in Nigeria.
Yeah,
elite are few.
You can only be up to a million if you add their family members.
Yes. They know this. The elite are using them and taking their things. Yes, they use the elite, taking our resources. Everything concerned. You just like this first lady. This first lady now. Just watch that woman's statement. He said that they have all resources, but the Western world are taking these things, millions of dollars, giving them $10,000. $10,000. When they take millions of their resources, dollars, they are giving them a little money. So few people in that power take that money, taking care of themselves. Where the masses are dying. He says, he's an activist, not by leader, not to go. He got involved himself in politics. He don't need. Even Nigeria himself, the good people will not vote him. An activist, nobody will vote you. When it comes 2019, how many vote you get? Let's call. If Nigeria needs fair and free election, Shoyinka can never win Nigeria election. It's an activist. No. The way he don't know how to cooperate with the people, the way he talk, the activists don't look people face, but the politicians look people face. They do. This is different with activists and the politician. The activists, any place in the world, not a good activist, a radical activist.
Of lying, deceit, and all of that. You need to put up your act and the rest of that. I can't do that. Everybody would love to speak my mind, okay? And for somebody who loves to speak his mind, you can't be a politician that way. You have to be one. But an activist can actually work in government. For example, an activist, for example, now can help bring about a government. And radically, right, if you have other skills, it can radically impact that government without having to be the president of a country. But
that's how the activists work. That's why I really love Nnamdi Kanu. He never involved himself. He knows about this. Many people are calling him.
Never involved. You see,
people are control so much. It's a man of policy. Before he moves something, he has to know where he wants to involve himself.
See,
they have to get Nigeria.
They ask Nnamdi Kanu, right? They ask him this. Nnamdi Kanu, you are wasting an opportunity. Look at these millions of people. That if you say all of them should sit down, they will sit. If you say stand up, they will stand. Why don't you just turn them to politics and use and take over power in the eastern Nigeria? Nnamdi Kanu said, under what system? This Nigeria system? The day I go into that politics is the day all these things will blow over. It will be over. And he said the only thing that will make me engage Nigeria in anything politics is when they give me referendum and I go out there to campaign. He said anything like that, I won't. Because a lot of people saw the IPOB as massive. Local, I mean, you see, in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, they said Nnamdi Kanu could become the most powerful person.
Yeah, but they don't understand the politics. Nnamdi Kanu have already understand this thing.
He rejected it.
He already understand this level. This is the way they want to tarnish the image.
He knows.
They want to bring him and tarnish the image. That's where Nigeria work.
That's how
these criminals. Yes, you see, this man you are talking, the professor,
which one?
Right here. Shoyinka said, you see the problem of that man. That man is activist too. But I know he's an activist when he was young. But I like the way now he's getting old. He's looking at everything. He mingled himself with these criminals, politicians. They have corrupt in mind. He's very selfish now. That man,
he's now
a selfish man.
He's now an activist that sort of attack those who he considered as opposition to the government he likes. So like we said, right? You attack people you don't like, and you leave those who are actually ruining the country to continue. Which kind of leader would you call yourself?
He's a criminal too. They have involved. When he was young, that young blood, he was a good activist. But along the way now, he have mingled with these people. These people have corrupted the mind, which is the way we used to speak in Nigeria. If we cannot bring them, they join them. That's what they have joined them. That if she will not go there, this is the activity. They will corrupt him. He will join them. And good activists don't make a good leader. He can't be a politician. I'm telling you the truth. A good activist, if you watch them don't reach, them live average life, satisfied with themselves, stand for their truth, have their dignity until they die.
You are content with whatever you have. Exactly. You are just like that, and you will be known as somebody that doesn't compromise. I don't want
a good fighter.
Somebody like me, I don't want any political whatever at all, because I am somebody that would love to speak his mind, and I can have the job in the morning. If they give me any political appointment, I can lose it before 12 in the afternoon. Somebody like me, especially when I know that if you are I can go back to my Glasgow. So why would I even want to leave my Glasgow and come to that place for anything like that when I can't speak my mind? So there is actually a role that all of us have to play, you know?
Yes. Yes. We have to be sincere and telling ourselves the truth. You see, Obi is a politician. I don't support him even when from beginning. I don't like Obi because I know Obi to go India. Obi spoil a lot of things. Nigeria need to revolution the youth. If that youth understand, put this all their effort together to fight. Where I was waiting Obi, when I suggest the number 2 chance I give him, I said, okay, maybe if they rig this election, maybe they can enter street. But along the way, they're talking about God. That's me. I say, oh, this fuck up.
If everybody enters street, his own business will suffer too. See,
yes, that's where I cry.
I do not.
That's where I cry. I was thinking this is 2 things I put to be. I said, okay, maybe these young boys, if they try, they could be maybe they can enter street. That's where I was happy until I hear, let's go to God. I laugh. Which court are you going? Who is the court?
Anyway,
who is the court? Is it not the government?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my brother. Keep on your good work.
Take another one.
Yeah.
Quality evening tonight. You see, me, I told all of you here. I said, I am just like an umpire who is looking at everybody playing out how smart they are one after the other. I said, I do not believe any jack shit that Obi says. And I explained then, I said, the reason is this. Number one, anybody that wants to fix Nigeria must have the mindset of at least, not only that you will get rid of the rogues who are the criminals in the system. You see, those ones who have benefited from it, you need to round them up and then make them answer to their sins. They cannot be forgiven. You have to be somebody who is ready to actually really jail them and destroy, get everything they have taken from the people from them. You must be like that. And Obi is not like that. Obi does not want to probe anybody. He said it. He said, I'm not here to come and be probing everybody. No, we need to make Nigeria work. We need to quickly get things done. That's what he said during the campaign. But you know something where I kind of like about everything Obi has been telling all of you during the campaign and all of that. And I bet you that was exactly what sold him to Dele Farotimi and the Afeniferis. Obi practically told them, he said, you see, the restructuring of Nigeria that everybody is asking for, he would initiate that. And he explained how his understanding about discussion around this contraption as it is currently structured can never, ever work for anybody, any one of us from any part of Nigeria. So if somebody says, okay, yeah, we'll look into it. But I did, they asked him that question on several occasions and several places. And he did not mince his word. He kept explaining that, listen, what we'll do is that we will begin the consultation and the conversation around this union. And whatever we think is ideal, first thing first, people need to come together and decide if they still want to be part of it or not. And he kept saying that everywhere. He was the only person among all of them. Even as much as I didn't believe in their charade election, I was like, okay. But inside me, I know saying no go get the political will to actually do that. But he was the only person actually talking about the near broken, dilapidated state of Nigeria. And I was like, okay, well, if politicians say things that they want people to hear is a thing, but these guys know what he's saying. And I bet you that was why Dele Farotimi felt comfortable around him too. And they were closer to him. Being closer to him made them convinced that maybe, but I don't believe anything will be said. Not because he's not saying the truth, but it is because I know Nigeria is not Anambra. And I know the history of Nigeria, and I know what it is likely going to be like if Obi finally pushed these rogues. I was always, I was really up for it. Like, let's see what will happen. Let's see it. And that is why I came on my program here every now and then to try to make other people who don't believe in elections or who don't believe in this or that, even the obedient, to make them understand the fact that these guys have chosen a cause, okay? They are standing for something. Now, whether we like it or not, what they are standing for is a threat to the establishment, okay? And that's a good thing. What is our gain if we shut them down? What is our gain if we troll them? What would we say it's our benefit if we if we walk towards destroying them? Because that's exactly what this establishment wanted. I spent over a year here trying to make a lot of you understand this, and it worked. So, and in that same period, I was busy trying to make all of us understand why, even if you don't like the revolution now, you still have to respect them. There is a reason why you have to. I spent all that time here only to see supposed man who should be smart enough throwing everything outside the window. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to actually cut my coat according to my cloth now. Okay, not according to my size. But Cham will be our last caller tonight. Are you still there, Cham?
Yeah, I'm still here. Good evening.
Yes, you are. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Fantastic. So
I'm fine, thank you.
We only have just about 5-7 minutes to go. So let's.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I mean, like everyone is talking about Shoyinka, and I think I actually appreciate the stance that you're taking. And I feel like, Shoyinka is young, he's intelligent, but I think he I believe he misunderstood what he is meant to do, really. Okay. And I say this because, you talked about Dele Farrow to me, and Dele Farrow to me is another person that I actually respect. I listen to his Sunday sermons. He's quite intelligent and he's quite on the button, when it comes to the issue of, on the issue of Nigeria, So for him to align with someone like Obi, you can't cast that aside. And I can understand where you're coming from. You had on paper, as what could be proven is that 6-point-something million people voted for Obi, right? It could be more than what we've actually been told, right? Mm-hmm. It could be more than what they declared. And then to add to that, you have people that, because of the outcome of this government so far, right? A lot of people have now tuned to Obi as well, right? Now you can't come and rubbish 6 point or 7 point or 8-point-something million people and say that all those people are collectively stupid and you're the only smart person, right? I think that's a wrong strategy. I feel like if he really sat down and he thought about it, he should have actually had it sit down. I don't know if Shoyinka has ever sat down with Obi and had a one-to-one with him.
I don't think so.
You see? So I think that one of the things he should have done was actually sit down, just like Dele Farrow to me, sit down with Obi and talk to him one-to-one. Somebody one of the callers said that, Shoyinka is still in Nigeria, and it's not like he's looking for, the emancipation of Oduduwa land or Biafra or people to manage their own regions. He still believed in one Nigeria that can work, with once we remove the current political class and clean up the institutions. Yeah, see, again, I will not fault anybody for believing in something. Like I always say to you, if you don't have something you believe in, you'll fall for everything. So that's his own belief, and I will not quarrel with him for that. He's entitled to have that belief, right? But I think that the thing that he didn't do right was to actually talk to Obi. And, people come and say, oh, all these people are Olori Buruku, they stolen and all of that. But before you come out and say things like that, please have receipts. At least. Don't talk out. Yes, don't talk out of your ass, or just don't say it because everybody is saying it. Have your receipts before you come on a platform like this and call everyone a criminal and everyone is a thief. They're all the same, right?
Obi is one of them. Obi is, but come on, that is not totally true. But again, people say what they say, even when they are okay. Sean, please.
Exactly, even when they have no proof. So even if Shoyinka believes in his heart that Obi is a part of the establishment, that is your own assumption. You do not know, you have no receipts, you have nothing. What would have been in the best interest if you truly cared for this country that you talked about? Is actually sit down with this person who everybody for some reason is gravitating towards. A lot of people, even in diaspora, in Nigeria as a whole, gravitated towards Obi, right? So you have to pause and say, you know what? I don't understand this phenomenon because it's something that we cannot explain. First of all, Obi is not the most eloquent politician I've ever come across. Really? No. You and I know this. He's not the most eloquent. He might be intelligent and he might have a lot of things, that he has been able to do in Anambra, and he feels that he can do the same thing in Nigeria. But in terms of like presentation and things like that, he's not the most eloquent, right? So
he's not an orator. It's not somebody who wants to mesmerize you with big words
with big words and things like that.
He's a very intelligent person. I mean,
but he's a very intelligent
somebody who is not intelligent will be a billionaire. I've not even become a millionaire.
No, absolutely. But so the thing is, you have to take a step back. It's not like this man is the most eloquent person. It's not like he's the most handsome or whatever. But there's a reason why all of these people collectively are gravitating towards this person. So maybe I need to take a step back.
And it's not because he has so much money to give to anybody. No. That's one thing about character, competence, and what's the third one?
Capability.
Capability or credibility or something, right? Maybe it's actually capacity rather.
Maybe, yeah, exactly. Maybe they actually
it's actually like 5 C's.
And everything.
I know. Let me say about charm, just for the sake of this chat, okay? We can call it 5 C's, all right? Yeah. So competence, character, capacity. What else again?
Capability.
So that should be 4 C's, not 3.
4 C's. Okay, so you see all of these millions of people gravitating towards this person. And it's not something that you can actually say, oh, this is the reason why we're gravitating towards it. He has a message. People, stood behind that message and believe that message. So maybe instead of assuming that because he ran and he was somebody else's running mate, he's then therefore he's part of the establishment. No, if you have no proof that he stole anything, then you shouldn't actually be saying things like that.
But how can we then just go about and be like, they are all the same, they are all thieves? You see, because he was not caught, I was like, oh man.
No, you don't say things like that. So he should have, I feel like, taken a step back and said, you know what, I'm not going to win the hearts of the people. And that's the truth. One of your previous scholars said it. There was no way all of the regions are going to vote for Shoyinka. But Shoyinka could have partnered with what is his name, with Obi. Maybe not even partner, but just even at least don't rubbish the people who are gravitating towards him. Don't rubbish,
like, minimize. I will even say whatever you want to say about Obi, even as you are. But at least do not rubbish a movement that's not even Obi put them together. Obi did not put Obi together.
Exactly. Obi did not. And that's the funny thing. Obi did not put any of this. He did not call people and say, you know what?
A movement.
And say, I'm a movement. He didn't do that. So that's what I'm saying. That sometimes
why you take a step back and aspiration of these young people because they didn't,
And you kind of like rally around that. And people talk about the way Nigeria is at the moment. It cannot work. It does not work. There's a lot of things that we need to do. Get rid of the current political class and ensure that they never come back into power. Them and their offspring and any other person that is allied with them should not ever smell political office, right? Then you now have what they call it, the judicial, the legislative arm. Nobody who has ever, even if it comes to like down to the cleaner in that place, should ever retain their position or have anything to do with that role. So there's a lot of in-house cleaning that needs to be done. Now we cannot do it on the outside. Maybe yes, it will take something like Obi not winning again in 2027. But me, my stance is that we can't wait till 2027. I think that whatever needs to be done needs to be done now, right? Needs to happen now so that we can even ensure that we have a Nigeria that still exists, that even when we want to be there, or that we either go quietly our separate ways. Now, in terms of regional governance and things like that, I only believe that if anybody is waiting for people like Tinubu to do that, it's not going to happen because as it is right now, Nigeria works for them. Nigeria works for their allies and people who they are affiliated with.
And their partners, local and international and all of that.
Exactly. Their partners, local and international. The way Nigeria is just the way they want it to be because it profits all of them, right? So you cannot expect somebody like Tinubu to come and tell you, okay, by the way, we're going to restructure. No, he's not going to do that. It's when you are able to move and put somebody in like, what's his name? Then Shoyinka can come with revolution now. This is what we want. We want to restructure this country because it doesn't work. Either him or somebody else, because again, somebody made a point that he believes in one Nigeria. I personally don't believe in one Nigeria. I believe that regions should separate and, govern their own spaces, right? And then contribute to the center. As an agreed, whatever.
As the most or the least of it all, let's have somebody said a confederation, a regional system, or whatever it is we want to call it, but not this one.
Yeah.
Not this one.
But not this one, absolutely. So anyway, like I said, I like the stance that you've taken, and I think it's an honorable stance. You're saying, this person doesn't really align with what we're trying to do here. And, you know, they say the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? So even if you don't like Obi, but he's the enemy of your enemy. That's right. He's the enemy of APC and PDP.
Some people know they get
because
some
of
people are having sleepless nights inside the house.
They're having honestly, and you want to stop that. No, your enemy of my enemy is my friend. So even if it means that we're aligned with him now, just so that we can get to work, we can get the results that we want. We want a working region, right? So let us align with him and see how we can, for all of us, and see how we can make that happen. Because as it is that now, if we start piecing ourselves up and saying all of these things, you know, those people just be laughing in the background and saying, you know what, there's no need for us to even stress.
You don't even have to lift any limb for this guy. They will finish themselves. So yeah, Showore, have you seen Showore yet? Have you seen what Showore has? Man, they are killing themselves right there now. So there's no point in wasting our time anymore. Like, how could he not see that?
Well, again, somebody to make the point that maybe he still feels a certain type of way. But that's the problem. When you take your feelings over a whole country and what a whole country needs to achieve, then you're not somebody they say you're not a true leader, because sometimes you have to take away your own feelings, because you know your feelings don't count for anything here. What is important is the actualization of a region that works, right? So if this is a way, if it is a means or a means to a way or a way to a means or something like that, I can't
remember. To an end, it doesn't really matter.
Exactly. If this is a means to an end, as long as we get there, you know, that's the most important thing. My feelings shouldn't be, I'm in my feelings. No, that's not important right now. What is important is for us to rally behind somebody and see how we can get traction and get these people out, and then start talking about referendum, revolution, whatever, regional government.
Everything
you only need a government that will listen.
We will begin to try them out. But
absolutely,
it's unfortunate that a lot of us are actually not thinking in that line. When I was reading that why we struck today, and I got to the part where a leader, Unzelgu, was totally being misled. So what will later be the road to his death. That tells me a lot about the quality of the people who actually really joins you to say, oh, let us fight for freedom. Let's fight for this or that. At the end of the day, some are actually doing it for their own personal gain. And if for any reason, if they realize that your move is going to affect some other bigger things they are involved in, they will do everything to shut it. Okay? And that's something that's so scary about our people when we talk about freedom. Well, it's so good. Everybody will keep
exactly, but
and the stuff they are made of. Right.
Absolutely. You know, I like that word you use. People will keep on exposing themselves. Yes, well, some people use this opportunity to, you know, put themselves out there. They will. But I want to believe that when we get to that point, we've learned our lesson from Tinubu and every other person that came before them. I will think, you know, this looks like one of those people. We don't need this type of person in power, you know, and things like that. So, yeah.
Cham.
Well, Michael, well done. You're doing an excellent job. Continue what you're doing. I think
so much. And you see, somebody called in last night and said, oh, Michael, you are doing a great job. He said, right? He said, now we have more people who are like outspoken, like Lady Cham. I was like, oh, that's great. Cham is,
wow, all right.
You are getting known a lot now. And there are people that will soon be asking me, hello, Michael. Say hello, and they will just be like, oh my God, I'm just calling in to say, when last time did you hear from Cham? I'm like, come on, I thought you wanted to contribute. Anyway, Cham.
You're flattering me. Thank you so much.
Like, you are, I mean, you are what we say you are, and you are who you think you are as well, all right? Which simply means that people are noticing too. And thank you so much for all your contributions.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for your platform. Thank you.
You have a good one, eh? So that's Lady Cham there, ladies and gentlemen. My time is overshot, and I'm just going to say good night. It's been a long night or a long day. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of the day if it's during the day, and you all have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari, Mayegun number one. ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Máyégún Diary politico.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹ̀ ni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. ìṣíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o gbogbo ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.